Hello, everyone, and welcome to this evening's presentation of tabletop role-playing theater. I am Dungeon Mistress Bethany, and I shall be guiding you and these players through an evening's entertainment. For those of you who have joined us from the future, welcome. Those of you that are watching us live, you're awesome. We also want to thank Roll20 for being a virtual tabletop. As always, these guys have done an amazing amount of work for optimization to make this system all the better and all the more smooth, especially now that the Fog of War is now working. Makes my life happier. I also want to thank all these wonderful players. At this point, I'm fairly certain you guys know who they are, and if not, well, watch other episodes. You're going to want to catch up anyway. I think it's
you can do that at the TTRP Theater YouTube channel.
Hey!
That's true. You can also join us on Discord. You should do that. Down in the doodly-doo down below. Sorry, Matt Colville. Don't sue me.
Doodly-doo.
The doodly-doo.
I love it.
I had something else I was going to say. Now it's skipped my mind. Crap. Oh, there will be no Adventure at the Vantage on Saturday morning. I will be out. That is Saturday the 5th, I believe. Yeah, 5th. I'll be doing some family activities and will not be able to play some D&D, but we'll be back on schedule with them on the 19th, 12th. Good math. Other than that, I don't think I have anything. Do you guys have anything?
Nope.
Nope.
I'm sick, so I apologize. That's all I got.
We'll never forgive you. How dare you get sick?
I'll something next.
Hydrate, drink motion. All right. Then, with no further ado, let us begin tonight's episode of The Land of Dark Dreams. So, welcome back. So where we last left off, misfortune. You have completed the task set forth by the dark laws of Beowick and proven yourselves capable adventurers. Your labors within the Aluanera forest are done. The dragon Dusk Whisper has been brought low, and the children of the warriors of Mithradel were rescued. You did discover a few interesting things of interest. Wow, I'm good.
Descriptive.
Specifically a journal. Yeah, right. I'm a professional. A journal that, through some careful study by Renard, revealed to be written by one of the warriors of Mithradel, one Fiven Hanali, who was secretly experimenting on the curse of lycanthropy, attempting to.
He also one dead asshole.
We'll get that. Was trying to find a way to forge soldiers who could tap into the power of the curse without succumbing to the transformation. Additionally, you discovered that there's a cat. That Fiven hoped to create variations of these creatures who were undead and obedient. However, whatever his intent was lost, for Reynard burned the pages that contained the little bits of necromancy, and the rest died with him in a climactic battle where he ambushed you one evening on your return from Ravenglade Keep. However, this struggle came at a cost. The life of your friend Roman was taken in the struggle. Kevin and 23, distraught over the loss of their friend who had helped smuggle them away from slavery, felt a need to repay a debt. And thus took Roman to the only being they believed capable of saving his life, the mysterious woodland spirit. Sorry, there's a cat. The mysterious woodland spirit took the shape of a fox. Beseeching the spirit to save his life, they pleaded and begged. Roman, caught in the ethereal dreaming realm of the Feywild, struck an open-ended deal with a mysterious entity known as Veranestra. The spirit fox, Inari, would act as the vessel of her power and shapeshifted itself into a beautiful blade. Bidden as a champion of some unknown cause, gentle laughter of the Fey entity promising more details to come. Upon rewarded to Bewick, you were rewarded by the Docklars for completing your first mission with a series of magical items, or potions. Bernard and Tempest returned 2 things back to the Order of the Sightless Eye. The book, scorched of any necromancy within by Bernard, was given to Salen Knight. Meanwhile, Tempest, begrudgingly, returned the Phial of Blood back to Ruby, who was less than pleased about her belongings being stolen. All of you were going to depart from Bewick's castle until you were intercepted by Anastasia Hone, the Lady Patrician of Bewick. Surprised by yet another adventuring party, she requested you all to have a dinner that evening to discuss a future endeavor that she would pay a not insubstantial amount of gold for being completed. You agreed to meet her, but some of you wanted to become more presentable. Now, you have been made so, either through purchasing fine garments and bathing or just combing your hair, or lack thereof. Regardless, you now stand before Bewick Castle preparing to enter. So, Miss Fortune, what would you like to do?
As we all get there, I'll probably be like, so guys, what do you think? As he kind of shows off the purple suit that he got for the occasion and gesturing over to 23 and his lovely hat.
I got the hat.
Dear
23,
God.
excellent choice of hat.
Thank you. It is
Roman, your
orange.
suit could use more orange.
Orange isn't really my color, and I'm assuming, kind of like looking up at his hair, he's like, that color will probably be showing itself soon anyways.
What are you wearing?
Oh, Talric made it. Rush order.
Yours is fabulous. 23, is that an orange giant hat?
It is an orange hat. Yes, I looked quite dashing and ready to negotiate with whoever we may come across.
I would buy things from 23.
And here's the problem though. I can't see that dashing 23 across your forehead. Oh, great.
You will tip his hat slightly up so you can see the 23. Now people will know my name and also know my style.
Oh.
I tried to convince him to get a suit to go with it at least, or he wanted just the hat.
I am fairly certain I would rip the suit.
Roman, it's too bad you did not get that glue. We could make the hat a permanent fixture.
That would
I
be
don't know if I'm that cruel.
Cerulean just like clasping the little gold locks on his jacket, just adjusting his collar.
Right. Well, I hope you all are ready for whatever this evening is about to entail. I do hope you're not trying to instill any favor wearing those colors. Typically, if you want to show allegiance to cities, states of the Empire, and nobles in the realm, you would dress in the Empire's colors.
Indeed.
What are the Empire's colors?
He just kind of gestures down at himself.
Which
Blues, whites, grays, silvers.
I am slightly blue.
Yes.
My headband's blue. Well, deep blue.
Tippus just gestures to his skin tone.
My eyes are also blue.
You're just fine. I'm sure nothing worse will come of it considering who we're going to be dining with.
Do you know anything of them, Roman? Reynard, sorry, Jesus.
I know that in the all of 5 minutes that I've spoken to them, I already have a dislike of that person.
Well, we just have to be respectful and just go to the dinner.
Oh, and that allegedly they are extremely powerful because they came to this position of the power, not the money. So don't piss them off.
I'd better shut up then.
So again, I respect would, even if you don't agree with it, just be respectful. We want to make sure we're leaving this dinner with at least somewhat of a gracious opinion of ourselves.
Yeah, let's make some powerful friends.
Right. Renard, do you have like a silent spell for me or anything? I don't know if I'm going to be good at that.
I mean, we could just blow your mouth shut.
You want to know a good method of holding your tongue? I've actually learned this quite well. If you know something, or if you want to say something that you know they won't agree with, find something to drink.
I will be so drunk by the end of this damn thing. All right, let's do it.
Okay. Are we walking in?
Yes. I mean,
Are we?
I think, are we?
Sounds like it.
The gates of the castle are open, and as you all sit there having conversations, there are actually a number of people passing by you walking into the place, many of whom look to be either armored in kind of the same ragamuffin style you guys are, with patches of leather, swords, very adventure-y looking, and others look to be more formally dressed as knights of the Empire, as people are making their way in.
As Reynard sees that, so it looks like there's a fair bit of the upper class here, does it not?
Make an insight check.
Insight, okay.
There are a few. You can spot them just from the clothing alone that there are a few of the province local lords that are definitely walking past. Yes.
Any familiar faces at all?
Not to you. This is nobody local to Marcera that you can tell.
Okay. He is keeping an eye out for that specifically.
The one that seems to stick out the most to you is a very sharp-featured looking halfling, almost angular with her features, tight pixie cut, very well cropped, dressed in what looks to be a blue overcoat with the same trim that yours has. Not very mage-like, more noble in regalia, but flanking her are about 7 mercenary guards behind her, each of them which with a blue emblazoned lion of the Empire.
This isn't the halfling I tossed off a cliff, is it?
That was a no.
No.
Oh, that was a no. You're right. Sorry. They're all small people.
Wow.
Wow.
That casual racism.
That's racist and sizist.
Always one in every party.
Tempest is like the asshole. It's okay.
Is that your fatal flaw? You're actually a racist?
Are you just now noticing Tempest is an asshole?
No, just the racist.
No.
Anyways, stopping the meta. Continue.
Regardless, they make their way past you, not even a second glance tossed in your direction.
Wait, not even a second glance at my marvelous hat?
That seems rude.
I am offended.
I would be too.
Are you visibly offended? Is
Well,
he just like, oh!
Do we notice 23 being all sad about this?
I'm not really sure 23 has the capability to express emotion in a regard that one could easily tell he is offended.
Anybody can gesticulate.
My mouth can move. Yeah.
We just hear like the iron like creaking as his mouth is like
23, you're creaking at a very different tone. Are you okay?
No one is looking at my hat. I bought this hat specifically for this occasion. It should be drawing attention.
23, I think I can fix this.
Please do it.
I will take an orange out of my hat, or out of my bag. I don't have a hat. And I will enchant it to say, everyone look at my hat, and then I'm going to hide it in the brim of his hat.
How often is it going to repeat?
Oh, God.
It's freaking oranges! Are those oranges still orange?
Oh, God.
I don't know. I haven't bought new ones since before we left for Bayaway.
You don't have oranges anymore.
No.
You have fermented.
Oranges can't ferment, thankfully. But no. That's not an orange anymore. It's a pile of fuzz and mold.
Ew.
Kevin, we're in a nice place. What are you doing bringing that out?
Please get that away from my head.
I really
But-
thought this would still be an orange.
If I had a nose, I feel like I could smell it.
I can smell it. It's
You
stinky.
feel the rust forming.
I quickly wipe it off of my glorious.
Well, I wouldn't have put it on your hat if it was goop.
Good.
I'm not mean.
I mean,
I'll find a rock on the ground and enchant that.
A rock in the middle of the castle.
It's gonna be like a loose pebble or something kicking around, right?
not one. It is picked clean of pebbles every day.
These guys take care of their place.
Reynard just visibly looks like he is considering more and more and more if he wants to separate himself from these alts so he's not associated with them. A look that he has shown several times in the past.
It's just your normal look at this point, let's be honest. Just how we think of you.
Honestly, Cerulean is kind of like ignoring the tirade back there. He's focusing on just sort of like giving like certain people that are looking their way like a very small smile and nod of like just greeting. He's trying to like make a face at least.
Roman's gonna Roman's gonna come back to the two robots. He's, hey guys, remember what we talked about when we first went to Darrow Shore? Low profile, smiling faces, try and blend in.
And don't tell anyone you're a pirate.
That one especially now. Just say I'm a part of the group. That's all they need to know.
And you have rainbow hair.
Yes.
That's fine. You can tell them
Only
that.
2 things you need to remember when attending an event like this. 1, make no noise and draw no attention to yourself. And 2, if anyone speaks to you, ask them about themselves first, and then introduce yourself, as they are more important than you are. You'll do fine.
They're also all very arrogant if they're all nobles.
Renaud, where did you learn this tactic?
School.
I am 23, just like that. I asked about you and then I introduced myself.
I'm sure you'll do fine, 23.
Thank you.
This is a smart learner. Or fast learner.
Okay.
I'm not
The
smart.
normal
Fast.
pomp. Yes.
No, I said fast learner, not.
Oh, I thought I heard my name. Sorry. The normal pomp and circumstance of a noble's gallery is in full view as you make your way into the Beowick Castle this time. The stark contrast of the Darklaw side is still awfully present, but as you make your way in and up toward the right this time, following what seems to be a trail of mercenary groups, adventurers, and other nobles going up into the topmost chambers, there is much to do. A lot of people, there's an air of tension in the air, as if many people are aware that something is going on at the very least. Following the crowd, you make your way past several more long hallways that expand into other offices, where eventually, however, you pass through a set of wide double doors flanked on either side by 2 knights of the Empire in their full battle plate gear, golden lion right out front, halberds at the ready, longsword at the side, full shielded face mask, are just watching everybody carefully as they go past. Making your way past them, following the crowd, you enter a wide chamber that looks to be some sort of gallery, with a long table that could seat 24 chairs to each side, where at the very head of it, elevated on a larger, almost throne-like chair, sits Lady Anastasia, carefully watching as people are floating their way around. There are any number of nobles and merchants about, including and adventuring groups. Nobody's really sitting yet. It's as most people are having little brief bits of conversation, introducing themselves, small talk for the most part. Nobody, there's no food being presented yet anyway. What would you all like to do?
Go ahead. I'm gonna think about how I'm gonna phrase this.
Okay, I'm gonna go over to Autumn real fast. Be like, did we officially invite you to our group? I know a lot happened with like Roman dying and all that fun stuff, but I don't know if you're actually on the charter.
I don't believe so, no.
I'm gonna like quickly handle that since it looks like there's like official adventuring groups wandering around and just kind of do whatever I need to do to add him to that.
It might not be a bad idea to spark some conversation, though. The only reason I say that, maybe perhaps some of these groups here know something that we don't.
Well, they
Potentially.
tell us.
It's if you talk to them, right?
All right, who's the social butterfly?
I am. I shall go off and find the strongest looking warrior.
I am following right behind.
I will also follow right behind.
The strongest looking warrior. Okay.
That looks to be a part of the. Doesn't look to be a guard. Looks to be an adventuring party.
As you casually look about, there are a few gentlemen who stand out amongst them all as a head and shoulders above. One of which you can clearly see is Damon.
Okay, not Damon.
Looking at another adventuring group, you can see what looks to be 4 different gentlemen, all in ragged leathers, a couple short swords either side, a bow, one has a staff. They seem to be having conversation with each other, but there is definitely one among them who is pretty well stocky for a human. They seem to be talking amongst each other and casually looking over towards Anastasia before a couple people start snickering. They seem to be having a conversation amongst themselves. And as you approach, they turn to look at you, and the lead gentleman will go, "Well, hello there. You're
Evening, fellow warriors.
you're a big one. What's your name?"
I am 23, as you can clearly see from underneath my orange hat. It's right here on my forehead.
He kind of looks at your hat, and he can't see the number 23.
I will take off the hat,
Oh, right.
and I will put the hat back on.
Well, we're the milkmen.
The milkman. It's a pleasure to meet you. We are Missed Fortune.
Rolling with a wave.
I suppose you're here for the job offer from Anastasia.
It would appear so. We haven't heard much information. Have you heard anything other than that there's an offer?
He shakes his head. Not yet. Big rewards, what we're told.
How big?
Rumor that I heard was 2,000 gold a person.
That's also what we heard, correct?
Yeah.
Where do you hail from?
Oh, from Marcera. How about you?
I'm not sure.
All over, kind of.
All over.
I am
Met
from the
Nadera.
past.
You're an adventuring group?
Yes,
Oh, haven't heard of you yet. Must be newly formed.
fairly.
Is there any news from Marcera?
Not that I've heard. We haven't been out there in a long time. We just got out of Ishinorn.
Ishinorn's the dark and scary place, right?
Out of character.
Are you asking
Out of
over
character.
the table, or are you...
Can I remember? Oh God! Someone else continue. I'm going to go look at my notes real quick.
Do we know where that is?
where Ishinorn is? I
Yeah.
imagine most people who have ever looked at a map would know where Ishinorn is. But it's like asking, do you know where Asia is? It's a pretty large place.
Where in Ishinorn?
Halcedrum. We was up dealing with some undead. Anyway,
Ah.
There's a lot of those around lately.
Yes.
that's all I've heard. Some group down south apparently dealt with another group of them. We missed that one.
Indeed, they did.
You wouldn't have. Sorry.
He kind of gives you a quizzical eyebrow, like that was you.
Indeed.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
About your experience with them, there wouldn't happen to be some of them that looked like, and I'll describe the monstrosities that we fought. The giant hulking ones that would have been from back in the stillborn, that would have been the stillborn dead.
Oh, you see, got a bunch of them big fuckers around.
Oh, really? That is quite interesting.
Yeah, they're pretty tough, but they ain't smart, and they're kind of fat and large and hard to miss.
That
That sounds accurate.
Except for Cantrip here, point to the gentleman with the staff who just kind of snorts. Apparently he missed a couple times.
I hate to cut off our conversation, but it's nagging me since we introduced ourselves. I'm Roman, by the way. Why are you the milkman?
Because we deliver.
Ah, puns.
Good enough for
They
me.
start
Somewhere-
laughing a little bit.
On the other side of the room, Raynar just, oh.
Tempest just right next to him is just like,
You were talking to him.
I know, and I'm not like in front, but I'm just like, oh.
I
Uh-huh.
understood that.
I like to think that Cerulean standing next to Red Eye when he does that. Cerulean's got like 1,000-yard stare. Just
They start chuckling a little bit.
Clever name.
It was bestowed on us. I'm sorry. It was a deal involving a tip of a cow and some. You know what? It's not even worth it. Just roll with it, okay? Once the name is given to you, it's kind of stuck, you know? I'm sure you didn't pick misfortune. You probably had something really cool.
No, unfortunately, we did pick misfortune.
Well, not really. My ticket was really in for elemental steel, but it got outvoted by someone else.
I thought that was a wonderful name.
Hey, listen, big guy. You know, we have the big group name, but we can have small group names for individuals. Like we can have us be Elemental Steel, and you know maybe Bernard and Lee can be the Magic Guys or something.
Why would you and 23 be Elemental Steel?
Yes.
I was about to say, what elements do you have or steel besides your weapons?
I'm made up of wind.
Not you. I know you are. You make sense. Roman.
Well, I thought when we were coming up with the name, we were going to spell it Steal.
Ah, because you're a pirate.
A lot of heads turn at that exclamation.
Immediately, emphasis like 23. We said don't say that.
I am so happy Cerulean's like on the other side, like not a part of this conversation.
That's because he plunders booty. Am I right, boys?
Yeah!
Hey, that's what he does.
23 is practicing as a stand-up comedian.
It is. How am I doing on? What do they call it, Roman? Jokes.
He just gives him a
6.5 out
thumb.
of 10 at best.
Every time, I'm gonna go back to an old callback from episode 1. I'm gonna cast levitate on the hat. I'm just gonna make it do a little a spin in the air.
Did somebody actually say 5 out of 10 at best, or was that just you, Beth?
That was me.
Okay, because I was gonna say no. At least that joke had delivery.
Ah.
Cerulean
But fine,
leaves the
we'll move
dinner
on.
party. No.
So anytime 23 tries to make a joke from now, I'm just gonna
As
like.
you all are gaffing, enjoying yourselves, eventually you hear a from near end as a tink tink of one of the banners clicks. And you hear, now presenting Anastasia Hone, Lady Patrician of Beowick. And the very imposing figure will stand up and look about the room before she will then speak. Esteemed adventurers and merchants from abroad, nobles of Beowick, welcome. As you all no doubt have heard, there is a job offering. The reason I am offering this job is, as many of the merchants are no doubt aware, mercantile activity out of the Adanian Vale has stopped. Our imports from Asterhurst and White Pond are no longer arriving, and the magical item inflow from Crimson Witch is also ceased with the loss of the teleportation circle. We do not know why, and the previous adventuring group we have sent out was a month ago, and they have not returned. To that end, the city of Beowick is promising an offer of 2,500 gold per individual of an adventuring party who will travel into the Adanian Vale, find the source of why my caravans are being sacked and destroyed along the road, or at least being prevented, and destroy whatever threat is being posed. To those of you that accept this deal, there is more to it than that, but in order to allow that information privy, I need the venturing companies to accept the deal first. There's a brief moment of silence before she'll look around again. For those of you who are also aware, there have been recent undead attacks to the south. This has posed a problem from other mercantilics from Khatum and the other outlying settlements. The Dark Laws are being dispatched to deal with this as is their nature, as well as reinforcements from the Empire. This stretching of resources is why adventuring companies are being called. Naturally, you're free to take up any contract you wish, but as official employers of the state, we are authorized to provide substantial rewards to those who accept that deal. Do we have any questions? And she'll look around.
I have an out-of-game question.
I may have an out-of-game answer.
How do adventuring guilds, or whatever they refer to themselves as, treat each other on the road? Is this kind of like everyone's friends when they're inside the city walls, but on the road they'll stab each other in the back to try and get the reward first, or like eliminate the competition?
That's an in-character question that your character would have to know, and you're relatively new to the world.
Okay, so I wouldn't know that.
A few moments pass by before a question is brought up. You said the reward is 2,500 per person. And she'll nod. Yeah, thanks. And one of the adventuring groups will actually depart. It's too much gold. There's something up.
23 will raise his hand.
She'll just kind of scoff at the group who leaves. Very well. Yes, sir.
Sure.
Just staring at the hat.
23 will kind of tip his hat to her. Are there any leads or anything? Any suspects? Any evidence at all, other than the disappearances?
The land is notorious for having hobgoblins and goblin activity, but there's any number of possible threats. It could be coming from Edania itself. It could be coming from the rodent Maya. We are not sure. This is where you come in.
Very well.
To those of you that are interested in this party, or excuse me, this contract, you're invited to stay for dinner. And I will assume that means you intend to further the contract. Those of you that are not interested, you may leave. And the room will clear out in the next 2 to 3 minutes of about half its people. Many groups shaking their heads and kind of muttering to each other, that's too far away, or something seems off, or just not interested in the job.
Not wrong.
DM question: is the land of Edania, is that kind of known as a bad area?
It's one of the lands that were destroyed in the calamity that have not been reclaimed. Yeah.
What would I know about it from being back then?
You were shut down when it was destroyed.
Okay. So back then it would have been a thriving area. Now it
would have been a human kingdom.
Okay. Thank you.
Do the rest of us know anything in particular about the area? Just
of Edania or the Vale?
Both?
Because it's two separate areas. Edania is where the continent or the country used to be. The Edanian Vale is kind of a subset on the southern end of it.
What's like the general knowledge for that area? Like what would we know?
Of which one?
Let's say the Vale.
The Edanian Vale tends to be a very thriving, vibrant farming community with one of the magic circles based out of Crimson Witch. It is a bustling trade city.
So not a lot of monster activity or anything like that usually.
There used to be problems with hobgoblins, but they settled for a long time.
Okay.
My biggest concern when we sit here and we talk about this is we started something when it was dealing with the scions of Atropos. If we head up north to the Edanian Vale to start looking into this, we are effectively abandoning that cause and trusting that somebody else will be able to handle it.
Oh, are the Empire and the Dark Laws not better equipped to handle it than we are?
They could be, but I'm not the type to leave something half finished.
I agree with Renaud, and Kevin, though you may not remember it, it is our purpose. That is why we were created, and very possibly the reason why fate may have awoken us once more.
Beth, may I stop someone from leaving for just a moment to speak to them? maybe a somewhat of more noble persuasion.
Well, departing is the stern-looking halfling.
Oh, good. Sorry.
Are you going to just call out or try to grab her, or?
I will approach, not like, like trying to initiate a conversation, but he will sort of get close enough to where she can hear, and he will say, I must say, the way that your guard regiment is quite wonderful. I've never seen someone with a security quite like yours, I might say.
She kind of gives you a sharp look before she will then say, and what of it? What do you want?
I apologize for my rudeness. I merely ask a question. My name is Cerulean Audible.
Verasakal.
I just wanted to ask a simple question about our host for the night.
Yes?
I've heard how she has come to her prestige, but I was also curious, since I have not heard of her ever since a few days ago. What is her standing within the Empire itself? How do other houses view her?
You're asking a quick question that you want me to answer when it is in fact a long-formed answer. You're not very bright, are you?
Wow.
He gives a bit of a smile, and he'll say, if I had known that the answer would be that long, I would have not said it would be a quick question. I apologize for my negligence in that.
Make a persuasion check.
Five.
She'll pause and incline her head. I don't trust her. She's always up to something. She always has a plan for a plan for a plan. But she earned her position reasonably enough through vast wealth she accumulated while adventuring. Not a noble born, but a noble maid. There is something to be said for that.
I agree. So you believe that there's more than meets the eye than what she's giving on, and perhaps even more if you were to attend the dinner?
Absolutely. I have no interest in such things.
He gives a bit of... He looks like he's in thought for a moment, and he will give a very small nod. He'll say, I appreciate the brief time you've given me, my lady.
Yes. And she will kind of click her heel, and the group will snap to attention, and they will trot on off.
I will turn and meet back up with the group.
Okay.
God, she's more of a bitch than I am.
You have to be polite if you want to gain something out of it, but I am inclined to agree that perhaps this is not the route we should take. If that is, despite her respectable nature for getting to where she is now, there is some... I do think that she will be holding more back even during the dinner than she's even letting on.
We learned that the book the wizard had came from someone that's up in the Adanian Vale, right?
Yes. Somewhere in that general vicinity, yes.
Thank you.
Reynard will just say, because he remembers this information, he'll say, supposedly this individual, this Eurikiel Zahn, is known as, the Ghost Lord in some place in the Thorncrawl, which is west of the Athenian Vale, so fairly close to all that.
I would argue that heading up to the Athenian Vale would potentially be the solution to both of our quests then. If the necromancer that was causing the ruckus down in Darrowshore got his power from up there, could just go to the head of the snake.
That's making an assumption, and if it pans out, then it works out for us, and if it doesn't, then...
Well, I think in both cases, aren't you making a bit of an assumption? Like, yes, it's good to help deal with the symptoms down south, but if that's not where the leader is, and it could be in either location, I'll admit.
A few more moments pass by before the staff will click again, and you can see pretty much everybody who is leaving has left. You are remaining, now is the chance.
I vote we stay. I mean, I have interests up in the Adanian Vale as it is, and I do feel that this is our best chance of stopping the undead if this Ghost Lord is the potential source of it.
I'd like to point out that, our only lead for finding the signs of Atropos would be in the Adanian Vale, correct? Unless I'm mistaken, Renard.
Sorry, say that again. I completely zoned out. I didn't realize you were talking to me.
Sorry, I'll say because my voice. Our only lead for the Scions of Atropos is in the Adanian Vale, correct?
That's assuming that there's no source of information in Heavy Nook, which we still haven't had an opportunity to look into.
That is fair. We could swing our way. How got it?
It's very far.
Oh,
yeah,
we
Heavy
do
Nook
have a map up.
is in the opposite direction.
It is 100%.
As you, all
would be
are,
like
as you all are continuing to debate, one of the guardsmen will come over and kind of look at all of you with a quizzical nature. Are you remaining?
I think we are.
I
Not.
vote remain. We have a surefire lead in the Adanian Vale, and we can do some good up there for the city of Bayowick as well while pursuing that lead.
I trust the Dark Law to deal with the issues down south. I don't know about this whole northern business.
I do as well.
We had a better clue about where to go that was a little bit more solid. I'd probably go for that over the Adanian Vale, but it seems like that's pretty much all we've got.
All we've got down south is just random undead and a few other things. This is a clear direction.
Especially given that the undead at the tower were mostly cleared out. That would have been our next stop.
If I may add, sometimes the clear direction is not always the correct one.
That is fair.
And sometimes the obvious solution is the correct one.
Yes.
DM question. Is Damon's group still here?
Damon's the Dark Claws.
Yeah.
Wasn't he here, though?
He was. He is no longer.
That's just what I wanted to know.
I vote we stay, but Renard, I can't force you to stay.
I can't seem to come to a conclusion on this.
If you can't decide one way or the other, maybe we should just all. Maybe the Adanian Vale just works.
We
At
do
the end
have
of the day.
We do have 3 votes for Adanian Vale.
I think at this point, both answers are the wrong answer, because there is no right answer in this situation. We're here, everyone else is bailing on this, somebody has to deal with it. If it's not going to be us, then it's not going to be anyone. This may just be the only option we have.
We'll live with that decision.
As you all are debating, eventually the stand bearer will click the staff again, and the almost like a bloom of magic from the table from one end to the other, where it is loaded from one end to the beginning of delectable food: roasted turkey, pheasant, ham, plates of salad, goblets of wine with decanters to fill, hors d'oeuvres of cheeses, and excuse me, tomatoes set together. And then she will then speak. Then please sit, everybody. And she will gesture to the 3 remaining groups, you're being one of the 3.
Did the milkmans?
Milkmen are still there.
Oh, they are. They're gonna die.
Before we go, Cerulean will give a look to Renard and he'll say, just keep a vigilant eye. Like I said, there's obviously more than this, and we can maybe even get a glimpse that'll help us tremendously in all this.
Sorry.
No,
I was just gonna ask who the if it's us, so it's us, the milkmen, and then who's the other group?
One other group. Yeah.
What do they look like?
An elf, 2 dwarves, and a human, dressed in very similar style.
Bog standard adventuring group.
It's like, how standard?
All right.
Are we the weirdest looking group?
You are by far the most eclectic looking group.
Nice.
At
Without
this point,
question.
the Lady Patrician will sit down in her chair and gesture for everybody to do the same.
23 will sit down.
Tempest sits.
I will sit.
I will sit.
Guardsman, please seal the door.
Oh fuck.
And the doors will. And you're
Why are the Reigns of Casimir playing?
Don't eat the food!
If she has this Joker style to fight to the death, we all just kill her, right? That's how this works.
Very well.
That's the unwritten adventurer agreement.
There is a moment passing before she will clasp her hands together and then speak. Thank you for hearing out the rest of the deal. The reason we are having this conversation, as you may have heard earlier, the teleportation circle out of Crimson Witch is no longer active. The reason for this is because there is a magical interference overlaying the Edanian Veil. Certain spells are not working. Attempts to scry have failed, attempts to divinate have failed, and attempts to teleport have failed. We believe this is happening because a powerful relic has been uncovered and is currently being utilized by a hostile foreign power. We do not know who is using it, but Zarama seems to believe that the wellspring has been located. And a few moments pass by before one of the elves from Texcope will raise her hand. The wellspring?
I would set up a little bit straighter in my chair if that's possible for a Warforged. I'm hearing that.
Elf?
Yes, the wellspring. The font of near unpassable magical power that forged many artifacts from the previous age. It was lost during the calamity, and we believe that this is the only thing capable of causing such interference. If the wellspring can be captured or destroyed, there is an additional 10,000 gold bounty. 15 if it can be brought here for study. That's 2,500 gold apiece, plus 15,000.
A piece?
No.
Okay.
Just wanted to clarify.
Roman's like mid chew on something as he coughs.
I'll thump Roman back.
Tempest is just jaw just down a little bit, just like,
Yes, go on.
Do I have your attention now?
Yep.
Indeed.
And what say you, the milkmen? She'll kind of chuckle at the name. They'll kind of, oh, one moment, ma'am. And they're going to start whispering to each other back and forth. Very well. And you, the grapevine?
Grapevine?
I heard it through the grapevine.
No, thank you, my lady. This is a wonderful opportunity, but if this kind of extraordinary power is being delved into, it may be a little bit out of our league. Sorry. And she will sigh and then look at you. Your group.
Group meeting.
I don't think we can do that. Like,
They did it. We can do it.
oh, okay.
Please feel free to discuss amongst yourselves. Enjoy your dinner. This will take some time for deliberation, I'm sure.
Kevin, remind me, is the wellspring the thing that created us that you know of?
We aren't talking about that here.
Okay. Well, all right.
Also, I believe so, but I got gaps in memory, so
Kevin's got a great memory. The best.
I do have a great memory of everything that happens from like last session on.
Well, what do you all think?
Yes.
The name of the wellspring rings a bell. I remember information about it, but I can't remember where that name has come up before.
I can.
Sounds like a very magical thing. I figured you would know about it.
Sounds like something that we should discuss on the road.
Well, this wellspring, I obviously I've heard of the wellspring like in history, right? Like while reading history.
Yes.
I
will have as well.
I'm looking at my notes. I have notes about it. I was just, it came up when we were dealing with the Copper Kings, didn't it?
Something like that.
Back to session 5, guys.
Well, this is an extraordinary magical artifact, and
It
if
is.
someone has that, then if someone of the wrong variety has that, that can only spell misfortune for
Well,
anyone.
amusing.
Roll credits.
So, query: the wrong people. Who are the wrong people? Because I'm gonna kind of like side eye Lady Catherine.
I would assume any,
Anastasia. Sorry.
I would assume anyone who wishes to further their gain or power, something along those lines,
It
Or even-
came up in. Oops, sorry.
or even corrupted if it's possible.
Is the Empire at war with anyone right now?
Are we?
That's what I'm asking. It's like, is there just general like political strife or anything like going on that we would know about?
There's always noble scheming between each other.
Right, but anything like nothing glaringly obvious.
There
The
is no
Empire's-
civil war. There is no external war.
Okay, that's generally what I wanted to know.
We heard about the wellspring in episode 7, a little over a month ago.
I was going to that session, I think.
That's also when we learned that Eurikiel Zarl was not the necromancer we killed, but actually a wizard in the Thorncrawl.
In the Adanian Vale.
That
With
info
the Ghost
came
King.
later.
Well, I've got him written down there. Science Atropos, Adanian Vale, Ghost King, Thorncrawl, it's all together.
Yeah, we had
the-
it confirmed later, but we learned that's where I have my notes for learning that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Skather, the Silent Dark as well. I've got that written down.
Yep, that's all up there.
That's enough information for me. And Reynard will just call out, "I'll do it."
He means we.
Yes, we.
Yep.
We shall do it, yes.
You can say we need to be in on this.
She'll smile at that. Outstanding. Eventually, the moment will go, yeah. Take you up on that offer, too.
They don't sound very confident, do they?
They kind of give you a leery glance before they'll look back at her, and she will then smile. Outstanding. You all provided a covered wagon for your journey and a mount with which to drive it. It is about a month's travel to Orchards River. That is where I recommend you begin your investigation.
Very good.
Lady Anastasia, you mentioned that a foreign power may be at play. Do you have an idea of who that suspect might be?
If I were wagering my money, somebody of Ishinoan. Perhaps even connections to the Silent Dark.
Rage. There's a slight spark in 23's eyes.
C23, this may get us closer to Skather as well.
I agree.
Do you have any possible theory what they might wish to do with the wellspring?
He could do with that thing, but what they specifically, I cannot begin to cover their ambitions. It is an artifact like no other.
Well, as Renard said, we will accept. When can we head out to Orchards River?
As soon as possible, though obviously not tonight. I would recommend you get a good night's rest. You will be on the road for quite some time.
I doubt that the people using the wellspring are getting a good night's rest.
It's a month of travel, Kevin.
All the
We do
more
have
reason to get on the road promptly.
Kevin, if we...
We'll have this conversation later.
Yes, let's do that.
Very well. Thank you for taking me up on the offer. If you all will excuse me, I do have other matters to attend, but dinner is yours. And she will get up and depart.
By the way, thanks, Sean. I still have the Reigns of Kashmir in my head.
Can't hear that song in my head.
Did they unlock the doors when the other group tried to leave, or is the other group still eating?
They're still eating.
Okay.
The doors are now unlocked
Oh, okay.
and open. Yeah.
No.
So apparently it was a choice that you had to make, but you didn't actually have to make it because you can make it afterwards too.
That is
The
fair.
crossbowmen and the raptors. Next time.
All
At
of
this
their
point,
food
one
is
of the
poison.
milkmen will look towards all of you, and then he'll do a literal face us man and pulls off. And Talric is just there looking at all of you with a little grin on his face.
Ah, fuck! Really?
Is this real?
That was real. Well,
Wait, what?
I was just about to watch them to see what I could pick up, but
Well, that
All right.
was very interesting. What say all of you?
How did you do that trick with your face?
I know a guy who knows a guy.
So, which one was he? Was he the?
He was one of the milkmen. He was not the one you were talking to.
Okay.
Why did you... I'm sorry, why are you doing that?
Why are we doing what?
We're walking around with a different face. Why feel the need?
I like doing that from time to time. I was curious to see what you all would do.
So you're a tailor and an adventurer.
I would not call that my primary profession, but I am capable of adventuring, yes.
I see.
As he kind of holds a little goblet of wine and inclines it towards all of you.
I don't drink.
He's inclined just as a toast.
I will hold up an invisible goblet and then cheer it.
I'll give him a thumbs up.
Tempest takes an actual drink.
Just like, this is what they told me to do, I'm going to drink when I feel like saying something stupid.
And naturally, the Order of the Sightless Eye does have an interest in this. She knew who we were. I imagine she's not that dumb, but I like to have fun. I can't help it. I live in a boring little town.
So does the milkmen? Are they not real?
Of course they're not real.
But it was such a clever name.
Oh,
Only a mad genius could think of a name so good.
So, what you're telling me now is we're the only adventuring party doing this.
Yes.
And what are you doing?
Wondering what you intend to do.
Do this? Do you want to arm wrestle?
Indeed. I'm just curious what you all will do with the wellspring if you find it.
I thought, wait, is that an indeed to you want to arm wrestle?
I think he's talking about the wellspring.
Okay, I was just checking.
It did sound like he wanted to arm wrestle you, 23.
I think he wants to arm wrestle.
No, I don't.
I do appreciate that, though. Just find out.
I play to our strengths, as we all should. My point is, the Silent Eye does have a very curious interest in this wellspring if it should turn up. I'm just curious what you all intend to do with it if you find it.
I believe the saying is, we will burn that bridge when we come to it.
I believe
That's
that's
the thing,
all.
right?
Did I get the saying right, Roman?
close. Cross it, but burn it. Technically, I guess you could burn it after you cross it. But either way,
I think you did wonderful.
Why would you burn a bridge after you cross it?
So no one
Would you
can
not
follow
need to
you.
cross back?
What if you don't want people following you?
exactly.
Could they not just ford the river?
What if it's above... You know what? Later.
I think you're having a too little conversation. Regardless, if you don't know yet, that's fine. Just be aware that the Silent Eye will be keeping an eye on the situation as best as we can. I feel we owe you that much since you did do us a little bit of a favor.
What favor was that?
23, we talked about this, the lycanthropy book.
Nah, wait, what? What lycanthropy book?
We talked about it. We'll talk about it late. We'll talk about it later, as I'm eyeing like there's still people here.
And just kind of whispers to 23, the one I got killed over. Remember?
Ah, that book.
Yes.
Died?
Why can't we have these conversations in private places?
Because we're really bad. Because 23 is really bad at keeping things secret.
This is why we don't tell 23 things out of character.
So, Talric, you guys have a vested interest in it. Is there something that you're planning for us to do? Should we find it? Or is there something we should know before we go looking for it?
Oh, honestly, I'm not the person to be talking about that. That's more of a Salem question. But I will tell you is that our Twitch stream is being carried around. What did you do?
He disconnected.
I'm the DM now.
No, you haven't been the DM for a few minutes.
Remix.
This game brought
What's-
to you by the remix of Land of Our Dreams.
Woo!
I unfortunately am not equipped to answer that question. I'm just letting you know that we are keeping an eye on you.
What do you
That
think?
makes sense.
You're keeping an eye on a lot of things right now, aren't you?
We have eyes all over the place.
It's
You know
in
what
the
secret
name.
organizations do, anyways?
Yes,
Sorry?
Renard, I know.
Who was talking? Renard, what did you say?
Nothing.
Okay. And he'll just look at all of you with a glance before he'll stand up, look at the milkman. Shall we? And they will stand up and smile. The Legion gentleman will, oh, it's nice to meet you all. Hope to see you again in the future. And he will bow his head, and the group will depart.
Likewise.
I guess it was a good thing we stayed.
It's really just kind of like in thought.
Well, we have a month to decide how we're not going to die.
Is no one worried that it just seems like our strings were pulled just to get to this specific point in time?
Yes, I'm not a particularly fan of Torrik right now.
Well, something tells me we'll see him more in the future.
It's
Well-
not that. It just seemed like we really didn't have we had a choice to leave, but that's about the majority of the choice we had getting here. It's as if we were pulled in this direction.
Has the other group, the one that wasn't the milkman, left the grapevine? Are they like ahead of us, like in sight? They're not like dead, are they?
You know, if we want to have a private
Room.
conversation, we really should just leave.
Good
That
point.
is an option now.
Good point.
As we're walking, Roman big. Lee, I mean, to be fair, I'm just happy that I still have a string to be pulled, but I mean, we all had the conversation. We could have left if we wanted to, and to be honest with the whole milkman thing, it just seems like secret people doing what secret people do.
I wouldn't worry too much about it. You heard what you said about the area around Crimson Witch. Divination magic isn't working. So either they're keeping an eye on us in the literal sense, or they know something we don't, which I don't think they're smart enough to know something that we don't, considering nobody knows anything about this. So I'm going to take a wild guess and say that they're going to try and keep an eye on us in the more literal sense. So just don't tell anyone anything.
Renard,
I
I
will
was
be-
gonna ask. Good.
I'll look at 23 when he says that.
Yeah, Renard, I was gonna ask you about that. Since he is literally the one that made this suit and gave 23 that hat, is there any kind of magic that lets them see through things like this? Like, should I be burning the suit?
I mean, there's not entirely out of the possibility, but considering he managed to make it in less than a day, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's not possible. Because if he went through all the effort and energy and cost to turn that, and he's going to pour towards the orange hat, into an object for spying on someone, he is the greatest madman and fool that I've ever heard of. Because odds are we're going to toss it off a mountain anyways.
No, we can't do that. The hat is beautiful.
You
No,
wouldn't
we can't.
dare.
We can.
I will glue it to 23's head.
Then I'm afraid we're going to have to take his head.
I'll speak in Orin real fast to Renard and be like, I'm going to fly it up as high as I can first thing tomorrow morning.
I will say this though, that offer they made on the Wellspring and returning it here is the biggest crock of shit I have ever heard in my entire life.
I agree.
$15,000 for a legendary artifact made by a member of the Dawn Spire? Are you kidding me?
Yes, I do not wish for this wellspring to go into the hands of this Anastasia either.
I don't.
It's far too great for that.
I would be vehemently opposed to that.
I don't. I don't like handing something that powerful over to people. Not even the sightless eye.
I
Do we look like we're alone in the street?
Oh, you all have left? I thought you were still in the castle.
No, we
we
left the
left.
castle.
Yeah.
Okay, I must have missed that part.
Yeah, Renard.
That was the part where I said, guys, if we want to have a private conversation, we kind of got to leave the castle because
Yeah.
she's going to be listening in on us wherever we are here.
Make a perception check. Whoever's looking around.
I'm
Fucking
paranoid as
Reynard is
shit.
because he's paranoid
Yeah.
as shit about these
Yeah.
assholes.
I was well.
Likewise.
I'm so distracted by the orange hat.
23 is playing with his hat.
Apparently, I'm.
Jesus, boys.
You would never know. I have a +4 to this. You would never know.
With a great many things on your mind, not including an orange hat,
That's on his head.
none of you really see anybody who is watching you specifically. There are people around you who are walking past and behind you. The city is not dead yet. There's still, it's only about 8-9 o'clock. So it's, winding down.
If there's still people in the street, then I would just go. Maybe we should save these conversations until we are on the road. There's quite a few ears here that could hear accidental bits of things that should not be heard.
I guess.
True, but there's also a decent amount of noise covering our conversation at the moment.
But if someone is pretending to be a person walking by and actively listening, they will hear.
This is true. I don't disagree. Just pointing out casual observation won't hear.
Renard, am I allowed to research at the tower, or is that for people who are registered with the conservatory only?
Last I checked, you're allowed to, but it's going to cost you more.
If I go with you, would it cost me less?
I imagine if I was the one asking to do the research material would be provided at a discount. At least I would hope that would be that way.
How would you feel about spending the night researching anything that they might have on the wellspring? A second pair of eyes would not go amiss.
All-nighters are nothing new to me.
Is the research? I guess I'm asking. I guess you're asking her. Is it only magical research that at the tower, or is it other stuff as well?
It's a congregate source of knowledge in a library. I mean, you all have been looking for books on languages there as well.
That was Kevin, actually.
You all in the general term.
Would they have anything on the geography of the Adanian Vale?
I don't know. You would have to ask.
I'll come along. I'm curious.
Yeah, I'm coming to want to look a couple things up. Hopefully.
Good hair dye solutions?
Rome and Tempest, I did not know you two could read. This is good news.
Yes, I can read. Thank you. Just not infernal.
I've told you I can read before, just not. I don't do it a lot. So I'm slow at reading.
Yes, I recall you saying you hate books.
I do. But when I need information, they're usually in books.
Typically, a character needs access to a library or sage to conduct research. Assuming such access is available, conducting research requires one work week worth of effort and at least 50 GP spent on materials, bribes, gifts, and other expenses. You may adjust the check you have to make with additional 100 GP past the initial 100 to a maximum of +6.
Cool. I can maybe at least look at a book and just be like, okay, what's in here? I don't have to research thoroughly.
All right, Plan B. We'll go see if we can't buy a map for the Adanian Vale. If we can't research one, we'll just buy one.
Question. Who is Lady Patricia?
Wait, 23, we just left her presence.
No, that was Lady Anastasia. Who is Lady Patricia? I feel like we were supposed to talk to her about something from my notes a while ago.
Her title is Lady Patrician.
Is it?
Yes.
Yes.
Lady Patricia is not a person, 23.
Damn it! Stupid notes.
Actually, it is the person. It's the person we just got done talking to.
I have in my notes, we're like back from like 3 weeks ago that we're supposed to talk to her about the wellspring.
This the same person. You didn't add the second part of the name. Well,
Her title is Patrician, and her name is Anastasia.
Good to know.
That's like asking who is King.
Thank you. Continue to insult my intelligence, please.
You're dumb.
I don't have that in my notes. You said we're supposed to talk to her about the wellspring, and now I'm like, hold on, wait a second, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless it just happened to get into because I have a note under the wellspring, and it says, Lady Patricia, talk to her about the Adanian Veil. Sorry, my bad. Which is
making me paranoid, damn it.
I'm sorry.
Wait, but Harvey Dent, can we trust him?
All right, before we...
Harvey Dent.
Let's rest. Let's start early in the morning. We have to collect horses. We have a covered wagon. I don't think all of us are going to be able to ride in a wagon. Whoever might want to purchase more horses, since it's going to be a long trip.
We do have a heavy warforged that we need to be pulled.
He needs like a rhino.
Is the tower still open?
It does not.
Okay.
There are lights on, but the doors are closed. You get the impression that you've missed the window of opportunity to do any real in-depth research.
What time in the evening would you say it is?
About 9, 10 o'clock.
Okay. Where are we currently residing for the night?
That's a you question, not a me question.
He was asking everyone.
I do not
Don't
recall.
have rooms.
I believe we stayed at the as I look at the
I think we said the Laughing Axe.
Laughing
Did
Axe.
we
The
not?
Laughing Axe.
The
Yes.
Laughing Axe is a pretty good bar.
You had a lot of good drinks there.
I did. Thought it was an armory when I first went there.
Can
We
you
should-
go ahead?
I said we should stay there again. It is close to the tower, and I would like to see if they have a book before we leave town.
By that logic, the Brown Herald is closer.
Is the Brown Herald a bar?
It is.
We should stay there then. The Brown Herald is close to the tower.
Since when do you care about bars?
I do not.
You meant a place to rest then, a tavern.
Do you not all sleep in taverns?
Not all bars. You know what? We'll talk about it later.
Just pick a bed and fall in it, everybody. It doesn't need to be discussion.
The theme for this episode. We'll talk about it later.
We'll
Table
discuss it
it.
later.
Just table everything.
I move to table this topic.
I'm going to the Brown Herald. Into discussion.
I
will
will
Brown
follow
Herald.
the Brown Herald.
I will
I will go to the
follow
Brown
Renard.
Herald.
Okay.
I'm going with the Laughing Axe.
The Brown Herald is a well-to-do inn, and as you walk up to the front door, the lead bouncer is this very large-looking Ogron gentleman in a suit of all things, who just kind of gives you all a squared glance before he gestures for you to walk in.
I will tip my hat and say, also a man of fashion, I see.
Keep in mind, he's about a head taller than you and probably outweighs you by another 300 pounds of just raw flesh, muscle, and fat.
Okay, that's a big boy. Okay.
She did say ogre.
Oh,
23,
ogre.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I see that, I'm gonna be like, 23. Do you want to arm wrestle him?
You should
Would you
ask
ca-
23.
Would you care for an arm wrestle, my friend?
And he just, get in if you're going to go.
Not a very sporting type, is he?
I'm already inside.
Apparently not. All right, 23 will head in as well.
This resembles very much the probably one of the most well-to-do places within Beowick. And in the middle foyer alone, you can see several roulette wheels are spinning as people are smiling and cheering around them. There is a bar fully stocked, and you can see just glasses of all sorts of various liquors piled up on the shelves behind it, with a very well-dressed bartender behind it. Tables are off to the left of a nice mahogany oak overlaid with a carpeting on the interior of all things. And they all smile and gentle. There's a lot of happiness in here, but a half-dressed lady who is just barely enough to be called modest will smile at all of you and say, well, welcome to the Brown Herald. Is there something I could do for all of you? Drink? Game? Night's rest? All of the above? It's only 3 gold a night.
23 is walking out. I'm going to find Roman.
Bed.
Bed
all
for
I
the night,
require.
please.
Of course. Be 3 gold a night.
Mm-hmm.
I have the 3 gold.
Tempest hands over 3 gold.
Okay.
Do you have a broom closet I can stand in?
I'll just-
not. No
I'll just-
loitering.
I'll be like,
I'll hand her 3 gold.
can you? I was okay.
Carry on, Tempest. What were you trying to say?
I was just gonna say he could stay in my room.
I assume you still have to pay even if you're staying in.
Gonna watch you while you sleep.
I assume it's 3 a head, not 3 a room.
Is it 3 a head or 3 a room?
3 a room.
Oh,
I'll be like, Kevin, you can stay in my room. Just don't be creepy.
I will wake you up at 4 a.m.
Oh, that's
You can
really
go
not,
research.
that's not appreciated in the slightest. You can go by yourself.
6 a.m.
Maybe 6. 6 is. What time is it now? 10. I could do 6.
Deal.
Okay.
All right.
I will not hand her 3 gold then.
I will.
Before I go to sleep, I will take the 4 hours that is necessary and scribe in augury into my book.
Okay.
I will alarm my room with rampant paranoia.
All right.
As it continues.
Like normal.
I will begin my sentry's watch. Or
I will
sentry's
find
rest.
I will find Roman at the Laughing Axe.
All right.
It's
What are you going to
probably
do with the
drunk.
laughing axe?
Roman is going to pay for a room and go directly up to his room.
Okay.
How much is it for a room?
I think here it's only 2 silver.
2 silver. I've got that.
A bargain.
Yeah, he's going to go up to his room and he's going to start fiddling with that orb.
Orb? That'd get interesting.
Roman and Cerulean.
Oh,
As you both settle in for a long rest, pulled into the fugue state of eternal dreaming, you look to your left in this feeling of being lifted, and you can see each other in a black, limitless plane, as if you're communally dreaming.
And just kind of try and wave at him to see if he can respond or actually see me.
he gives you a nod.
Then you both hear in respective female voices that echo together. If you choose this path, witness what is to come. The scene changes. The dry hilltops danced with fire. Through the great mountain range known as the Weirvin's Gaze, great bonfires have been kindled atop the ridges that overlook the Adanian Vale. There, thousands of warriors had gathered, hobgoblins in armor dyed scarlet, thick-thewed bugbear berserkers, goblin warg riders and skirmishers and archers, and the scaled ones as well, who often towered over the rest. For so long, they had fought each other, tribe against tribe, race against race, engaged in an endless test of battle, feud, and betrayal. But tonight they stood together, hated enemies, shoulder to shoulder, shouting together as brothers. And they saw that they were strong, and together they danced and sang and shook their blades at the smoke-ridden stars overhead. "We are the Kolkorzul!" they shouted, and the hills shook with the thunder of their voices. "We are the people of the dragon! None can stand before us!" One by one, the tribes fell silent. Armor creaked as thousands turned to look at the place of speaking. There, a single champion emerged from the assemblage and slowly climbed the ancient stone stair that cut into the side of a hill. 100 Bright yellow banners stood beneath him like a phalanx of spears, each marked with a great red hand. The war priests holding the banners chanted battle prayers in low voices as the champion ascended. On the 100th step, he stopped and turned to face the waiting warriors. He was tall and strong, one of the hobgoblin chieftains, but his dull blue scales gleamed along his shoulders and jutting horns swept from the back of his head. I am Azar Kul, son of the dragon. Hear me, warriors of the Red Hand. Tomorrow we march to war. The warriors roared their approval, stamping their feet and clashing spear to shield. Azar Kul waited, holding his hands aloft until they quieted again. The war priests of the Doom Hand have shown us the way. They have taught us honor, discipline, obedience, and strength. No more will we waste our blood fighting each other. We will take the land of the elf, the dwarf, and the human and make them ours. Under the banner of the Red Hand of Doom, we march to victory and conquest. Remember that you stood here tonight, warriors of the Kolkor Zul. For 100 generations, your sons and your sons' sons will sing of the blood spilled by your swords and the glory you win in the nights to come. Now, my brothers, to war! The burning hills were too small to hold the shout the Kolkor Zul gave an answer to their warlord's call. And like that, the following morning, you awake, refreshed from a long rest, sweaty, but otherwise awake.
Quick question. Was 23 able to find me / my room?
I like to imagine that 23 is just standing over you as you sleep.
Sure.
Evan better not be doing that to me.
Yeah, but he'll shoot up and look at 23 and okay, maybe I can put off the book thing. We're gonna talk to the group right now.
Oh, is there something wrong, my friend?
I think me and Lee are gonna have some similar information to share. Let's just go.
Okay, lead the way, my friend. They went to a scantily clad inn.
Went to a brothel?
I mean, kind of.
All right.
I was intimidated by the women.
It can be intimidating. And they'll just kind of give him a pat on the back and let's get going, though. We got a lot of stuff to talk about.
Lead the way.
Returning
sorry.
to the Brown Herald. The rest of you awaken to the smell of a wonderful breakfast being cooked from downstairs. You could smell the smoked meats curating over an open fire. What would you all like to do?
I would have woken up fairly early and just started walking to the tower.
Okay.
You were gonna wake me out of character.
Well, yeah, but I wake up at 4 a.m. and you said not to wake you till 6.
Got you there.
I'm nodding. That's right.
So I would have left a alarm clock in Tempest's room. Probably actually 5 alarm clocks. That's how many I can make now.
That sounds accurate.
Okay. You're awoken by
Kevin, what? I hit it. Wherever it is, I'm just like slapping around.
Stop making noise!
Why won't they stop? How many did he put in here?
That big angry blue cat.
Just one sounds like bells, one sounds like a rooster, one sounds like beeping. It's just terrible.
It's just cacophony of just horrible alarm sounds.
One's just wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
Wake up! You are not prepared for the day.
All right.
I will go around stomping, hitting, doing whatever it takes to turn the
It
alarm
does not
off.
take you very long to silence them.
Thank God. I hate Kevin so much right now in this moment. I go downstairs for breakfast.
There is slabs of big bacon, thick and juicy, bowls of grains filled with milk. Who does that?
What strange behavior these people have. I
You can actually
assume
see somebody who puts the milk in first and then puts the grains in.
We have to kill him.
that is just preposterous. Why would you do that?
Blaspheming, even. So.
We found Baphomet.
Is that you, Grazit?
As you go to the tower, they will charge you a pretty hefty fee to even attempt to do any research.
I'm looking to buy a book.
What book would you like to buy?
I would inquire to see if they have any books that directly pertain to the Wellspring. The more factual, the better. That are for sale.
Make a general intelligence check.
Come on, decent roll. Got a 20 in intelligence. Of course, I roll an 8.
Spending the time that you have, limited as it is, most of the books that you were able to find, unfortunately, are hyperbole, allegory, and metaphor.
Okay. If I couldn't find anything that speaks on the Wellspring specifically, I would look for like books that might, or I would look to see if they have like ancient ruins and where to find them.
Okay.
Like a terrible traveler's guide to the Edanian Vale.
Okay. There is actually a not so much of a book, but more of a list of known existence that used to be in the Edanian Vale, and the one that stands out the most to you is one called Vrath Keep.
Okay. How much does that cost?
8 gold.
I'll buy it.
Okay. For the rest of you.
Cerulean wakes up, like you said, that sweat. As he's like getting his stuff on and trying to like process what happened, do the tops of his hands feel any different as he's kind of like rubbing them?
A little bit. Numb, tingly.
Puts on his gloves rather quickly, collects his bag, and he goes to, I guess, wake Renard up. He's going up to the door and just... Renard?
I heard speaking in the background. I'm like, somebody's doing a really convincing expression of somebody talking in the background. No, sorry.
I heard that.
Yeah. What is it?
We need to talk.
That's an extremely vague statement to have this early in the morning. We need to talk about what?
We need to talk about the course of action that we're about to take.
Okay, that's a little more deliberate a course of action, but the door is just going to open, and you can see he's sitting there with what looks like a wand in his hand, and he's slowly but surely working what looks like ruby dust into the end of it.
What are you doing?
I'm working on something. What is it?
We did have a discussion about going to the Vale, and you'll more than likely validate what I'm about to say, because Roman has similar information, I believe.
Roman has this information? How does
Yes.
Roman have this information already?
We were given the information around the same time. It's quite difficult to explain. Remember how I found you guys? Found you all?
You've stumbled upon us when we were leaving town, yes.
There was more to it than that. And Roman seems to possibly have the information how I got it before now. Have you ever heard of something called the red hand.
GM.
Huh?
You cut out.
No.
Name's never come up before.
It's because it's new, or will be new.
Why did you ask me if I've ever heard of it? It's
I will
just,
say, however, Bernard, you did find a red hand banner in the Ravenglade Keep. One of the hobgoblins had it.
mhm. I mean, everybody would know about that if I knew about that.
Yeah. Other than that, though, no.
No specifics.
They seem to be new. Band of hobgoblins, children of a dragon.
Okay.
Just
This has to do with the Veil because they're educated guess they're in the Veil.
more than likely, yes. And it's quite possible that they might be looking for this item that we are as well. And needless to say that we are going to be greatly outnumbered.
When you say that, oh, that's right. I don't speak Sylvan. Damn it! I can't talk. Well, if they're there, and this is somehow connected to the fact that recently Ravenglade Keep was overtaken by both a dragon and several hobgoblins and orcs working in tandem, that bodes a search for information that leads us to believe that this is a large operation that we may have considered, and is complicating things.
It might also explain why divination magic hasn't worked. If those sorts of spellcasters that those hobgoblins that we met over in the keep are there, then maybe they're preventing us from seeing.
That is a very large area for just a couple of spellcasters to handle. My vote is on this wellspring. Something that powerful, it wouldn't. Whoever created it, which I know who created it, they, considering their precautions and their speciality, would not just allow this to be a thing that any wizard with worth his salt just could find on a whim. It's a reason it's been missing for the past, I don't know, couple of millennium. I'm going to say that it's been found and it's currently being used to mask whatever operations are going on in the Adenian Vale.
If that's the case, then they're hiding an army.
Well, an army would be the icing on the cake of the lives that we've been living for the past month or so.
Lies?
Lives.
Oh, lives.
It's just been one turnaround after another, one shitty revelation after the next.
Well,
At this point, I'm not even surprised anymore.
I believe there's more information that we will find out, but until then, I need to go tell Tempest what has been sort of revealed now. I would recommend probably getting ready too.
I'm already ready. I just have one thing to take care of before we leave town.
Then I'll see you downstairs. And he just turns and walks off.
I assume I'm downstairs eating breakfast if you're looking for
Big
me.
plate of bacon.
I love bacon in all forms. All characters. All characters love bacon.
Good for your pocket. Have pocket bacon.
Ah, pocket bacon. Best bacon.
You sure it's better than fresh bacon?
Oh no, fresh bacon's the best. I was just being silly.
I assume it takes
Sarcasm. What's that taste like?
I assume it takes Roman a little bit to get from the Laughing Axe to the Brown Herald.
Just a little bit. It's about a 10-minute walk.
Okay.
Baowick is not especially large, as you recall. It's more like it's built on top of itself.
Okay. So I'd probably go in and see Tempest mowing on bacon.
It's entirely possible.
All right.
I'm definitely eating bacon.
Would I be coming downstairs at this point?
Do
Yeah,
I
if you all-
beat Roman there then? Because the Tronos Tower's like halfway there.
You could bump into each other. Yeah.
Kevin, we need to get to the group ASAP. Big development. We kind of need a private space to all chat about something that I think Lee knows as well.
Yes, I found a book. It tells where ruins are. One of these might have with a wellspring.
Conversation for another time.
Let's go. So I assume I come like basically just kind of bursting in with the two robots. Like,
the half ogre or the ogre kind of gives you both a very quizzical look. Still there before he opens the door for all of you.
Dude never sleeps.
So Roman comes back in. He's wearing what he used to wear, but instead of his typical leathers, he has a chain shirt on for his armor instead of
another
the
strip of
leathers.
color has been added to your hair.
What color?
Blue.
At least it goes with my headband. He'll just push in and he'll see Tempest and just be like, is the rest of the group still here?
I assume Renaud is just sleeping, and Sean. Damn it. Autumn's probably upstairs.
Scoop the bacon. We need to talk.
Would I be coming down the stairs at this point?
Yep.
I'm just like, I look between you with my bacon. I'm like, what's going on?
I'll just kind of stare at Lee for a little bit, kind of knowingly.
He gives like a bit of a surprise, like stare back. Not like let you hear, but just what happened. He does again give a nod.
Just kind of giving, just kind of testing it. He's gonna give the same wave he gave in the dream to see if that kind of, if he kind of recognizes that first before saying anything.
He gives the same sort of like curtain nod that he did.
Yep. He's literally just picking up Tempest's plate of bacon. Like, we need to go. We need to talk.
I'll put it in my pocket. Pocket bacon.
No. Don't steal memes.
Hey, he took my plate of bacon away. I got it put somewhere.
What is a meme if it is not dank enough to be stolen?
I will dump your bacon into the bag of holding.
What does dank may never die?
Bag of holding bacon? What is dank? Oh.
That is great.
Can we move on?
As you all kind of gather yourselves up, shoving your breakfast into your bags, and finding a quiet place to take is where we are going to take a 15-minute break. So,
Woo!
are we all gathering in one of your rooms to have a conversation?
Sounds like it. They took my bacon.
Mm-hmm.
As your bacon is all hastily shoved into the bag of holding, as everybody else's breakfast, you all make your way up into it. I'm assuming either one of y'all's rooms, Cerulean's or Renard.
I suppose mine, since I guess Renard's still like getting ready to or doing his thing.
I would go to Renard's room if he's the only one not here.
Did the alarms just start going? Beep, beep, beep,
Okay.
Intruder alert.
Intruder alert! Intruder alert!
Renard?
Hmm?
You answering the door?
Nobody's knocked on my door.
I thought he came down with Cerulean.
Yeah, it's probably Roman's at this point.
What is it?
And we wonder why Reynard is so pissed off all the time.
At least I knocked nicely.
Group chat.
Is this about the thing Cerulean told me about?
I mean, I haven't heard it firsthand from him, but I assume it's close.
Do I really need to be there for this? I have to take care of something before we leave. It's kind of important.
This is pretty important too. Can you do that while you listen?
No. And he was just going to open the door. Like, he's clearly ready to go. He's clearly ready to travel. I just need to deliver something. It won't take long. I'll be back in 20 minutes.
All right. If he's already filled you in, we'll fill the group in.
Yes, yes. Red Hand, horrible army of hobgoblins, undead, potentially connected to the thing that went on up at Revenglade, and visions, sharing visions, working together, all kinds of shenanigan bullshit that I don't understand right now. Are we caught up?
That's basically the gist.
Good to know, Roman. He'll pat him on the shoulder and he'll walk past him.
One go.
So are we ready to leave then?
You don't have any more questions? I mean, I have questions.
Renard basically summed it up.
It seems very summed up, and we can ask more questions on the road.
Yes.
We have
seems to be
the tag along in this group is so strong. I'm going to go do that thing. Everybody assumes I came along for that, right? I
don't want to be alone, Renard.
I was going to get the cart and horse.
I'll go with you.
They are actually out front waiting for you with the stable hand. It looks to have been waiting.
Oh,
This is not as far as I thought we were going to have to walk for this.
well,
Yeah,
there's,
right outside the Brown Herald.
I assume there's only one horse.
Yes, one horse and one covered wagon.
So I'll say to Kevin, like, we're still going to need more horses.
First, does the wagon look like it can be equipped with more than one horse?
Yeah.
Okay.
Model for as many as you can line up.
Does the wagon look like it would support 23's weight?
A wagon
Hope so,
is
it's a
designed for
wagon.
like almost 5,000 pounds. It's got you.
Okay. Look, I don't know how much 23 weighs. I don't ask questions.
It's just a wicker basket on wheels.
All right. We'll go over more details and I'll ask my questions on the road. But let's go get some horses at least and whatever else we need.
I guess question, since I can't see it or be there, about how many horses do we think we would need to optimally pull this wagon with us in it and stuff? I did not hear a thing.
Oh.
Oh, now I hear you.
2.
Okay, I saw your mouth move but didn't hear anything. Well, I guess we just at least need one horse, maybe an extra one for someone else to ride. I don't know.
If we went with 4 horses,
What if we went with 6 horses?
that might be pushing it.
Does it
People
look
can-
like the horse could hold me? Or am I too
Draft
big?
horses are very large creatures. These things are designed to move wagons.
Okay, so it could I could totally ride on its backs.
They're not fast, but they'll get you from A to B.
All right.
Do you weigh 500 pounds?
I weigh 300 pounds.
Then yes, they can carry you.
Thank you,
Oh.
Renard.
We don't need an extra
the,
horse
the
for
disembodied
300
voice of
pounds.
Renard.
Of Lake, you mean?
We don't need an extra horse for 300 pounds.
I think for the most part we can just use the wagon.
Right. I just figured we need another horse because we're going to have 300 pounds plus all the rest of us.
I mean, I'm light.
Just saying, you get a whole bunch of people in one wagon. 2 horses. That way we're not stressing out one horse.
Damn,
agree.
I'm a pretty smart fella. Can I like math my way through
I thought we just did.
how like whether like all of us in a wagon would overly tax this draft horse?
Think you're
2.
nuking it.
I couldn't hear you.
You're thinking on it too hard, is what I think you're doing.
Yeah, we already did the math on 2.
You could definitely get away with 2.
Which we have.
The only
An
thing you need to
animal
keep in mind
pulling
for
a
consideration
wagon
is-
can move to 5 times its base carrying capacity, including the weight of the vehicle.
We're fine with 1, but 2 is probably just better.
Yeah, a draft horse can carry, what, 2,500 pounds?
Actually, a
horse
single
can
draft horse.
successfully pull
With the wagon.
960. Yeah, single draft horse can pull 960 pounds comfortably, and that's at half speed.
Let's get 2. It'll be fine.
But if the
My
horse,
only concern here is that if we're going to get this wellspring, what are we going to do if the damn thing weighs 2,000 pounds?
break it.
That sounds like a problem for a month in the future group.
Wait, no, we shouldn't break the wellspring. That's a terrible idea.
Well, we're not bringing it back here.
I'm just
Discussions
thinking
for
if
the
we
road.
need to transport it at all, we're going to need a way to do that. Granted, I'm not saying we need to do that now, but if 2 extra horses are going to make that a lot easier in the long run, then why not make preparations for that?
There's towns on the way aside from Orchard Run, Orchard.
Yes, though they are not listed on the map, there are any number of fly speck and dusty towns that are along the road.
Mhm.
2 will do us for now. I don't think we need to break the bank and get 3 to 4 horses. If we need more, we'll buy more on the way.
I am inclined to agree. We should. He does look to 23 and Kevin when he says we will cross that bridge when we get to it.
Ah, that's the saying.
He gives you a smile, like gives not. That's the one. Yes.
All right. Any more wondrous revelations?
Nope, it seems to be settled. If you excuse me, I need to deliver something at the castle. And Reynard is going to make his way up to the castle.
Okay. What are you gonna do there?
He is looking for the Elven family, specifically Thane.
Okay. They are not in the same room as you previously saw them. In a brief conversation, we'll say, "Oh, they're in one of the barracks chambers." Give you a series of directions. But following through with what is directed, you will find them all there. They're relaxing in the morning. Looks like they're eating over a porridge of some sort.
Okay. As he walks in, he was just going to knock and say, "I hope I'm not interrupting anything."
Mr. Reynard! And Fane will just run up and just like hug your leg very aggressively.
He'll give her a pat on the head and say, yes. You're actually who I came to see. You all busy this morning?
Alar will look up and, not really, what can we help you with?
Oh, just, I wanted to have a brief private word with you two about something, and then we're about to leave town, so I wanted to make sure I got it done before it got too late.
Sure. And they'll kind of get up closer to you within your bubble, but you do not have privacy around you. There are other people, but if you, there's no anybody's paying direct attention to you.
So he'll just kind of venture in low tones. So you are familiar that your lovely daughter is interested in magic, are you not?
Yes. Yes, we are.
And you understand the repercussions of an individual attempting to study magic in the Empire of Reichvale, correct?
Yes, we were.
So my question there at that point is, did you plan to allow her to do that?
It's her choice, is it not?
Of course it is her choice, but as her parents, you do have a say on whether or not she should be able to do it. Most children don't start studying magic until they get a little bit older. Rudimentary courses, but I didn't start studying magic until I was 12, personally, and she's not quite that age yet. And as an elf, of course, she may start much later in life, but I was just curious your views on the matter, because if you are well in favor of this, she was quite a bit of a help when we were coming back from Ravenglade, and I had a gift for her. I didn't want to go above your heads and give her something that would set it on the path you were uncomfortable with.
She wishes to learn magic, that is her choice. Whether or not we shall do it in the Empire is a difficult choice to make. Sometimes we appreciate the restrictions they have put upon it, and other times we are not. But structure is good, even if it is run by humans. No offense.
Yes, well, corruption knows all sorts. I am amenable to that concept. Well,
What
with
did you
your...
give her?
Reynard will produce the wand he was working on earlier that morning as a simple starter wand. Nothing special about it, but it would be a suitable gift for one who was learning to try and ply their trade in the craft.
Alar will take it. What does it do?
It doesn't do anything. It's a focus for material objects. It is something that many wizards or even other types of casters use to supplement their arsenal so that they do not have to carry on noticeably tedious and invasive amounts of other components. Not every wizard wants to carry around a bunch of phosphorant moss just because they'd like to cast a little bit of light.
He'll chuckle at that. I see. What does it look like, the wand?
It's a fairly standard wand. I imagine it's about 7 inches long, carved fairly thin, probably something that effective, typically a druidic focus, but anything can be done in a arcane fashion. Stylization, Reynard has actually polished the back of it fairly bit just to make sure that the grip is set. It looks nice. And the end of it clearly looks like it has been dusted with something, which was the ruby dust he was working with earlier.
He'll take it and smile and Fane, dear. And you see, Mr. Reynard has a gift for you. And he will extend the wand towards Fane, whose eyes just go saucer plates. Oh, what? She just takes it and she holds on to it. Thank you.
No, not done yet. And he will kind of kneel down next to her. What is your favorite color?
Blue. No, yellow.
You have to make it. I need to know. What I do next is going to be fairly permanent.
You should actually point to your robe, that color blue.
Ah, that's a very good color. That's Empire's blue, a royal color. And he'll kind of raise his hands over, and he'll just kind of start to drag his fingers like he's starting a match on the end of the ruby dust, and it will, the end of it will ignite in a small blue flame that burns about as bright as a torch does. That is a little bit of magic, and that fire will never go out. And the best part, he will kind of wave his hand through it and touch it. It won't burn you either.
Is this continual flame?
Ah, you're very well taught. You've been studying a bit, haven't you?
She looks from one side to the other. Maybe.
That's your gift. That's for everything you did helping us getting out of Ravenglade.
And she'll
Even if
just
you don't know it yet.
she just another massive hug around the waist.
He'll pat her on the back. But I do have to get going. My associates and I have a trail to blaze, and the sooner we leave, the better.
Can I go in? I'll help.
He just shakes his head. I'm afraid not. But in due time, maybe one day you'll be able to help with something like this. You have to learn first.
I'll become just as good as you.
I would hope you would become better.
That won't take too much effort.
My, aren't you special?
She giggles a little bit and goes over to her parents, who pat her on the back. And now, what do we say? Thank you, Mr. Reynard.
Of course.
Monkey. Bows her head.
He will give a wave, he'll nod his head, and he will move to reconnect with the group.
Okay. Does not take long. The horses have been purchased. I'm assuming you bought a second horse, or no?
How much is the second horse?
Draft horse, 50 gold.
Rowan was getting it whether the group was approving or not, making sure, as long as, what do you need to also purchase, like, the
I was gonna get food and
equipment?
stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
To
23 will take care of the horses.
That was a very seductive way you said that.
Are you going to take care of the horses like Rafi takes care of it?
He'll get a horse or two.
I will buy one draft horse, and then I will buy a riding horse for myself.
Cool.
Okay.
How much will it cost? Go ahead.
A riding horse is 75 gold.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Okay.
How much would it cost to get rations for a month?
5 silver a ration.
Yeah, just seeing that. Oh, math. I'll do a calculator while someone else does other things.
30.
It's 15 gold for one person.
That's right. That's right. That would be obvious.
One person.
Since he's getting horses, who in the group? 4 of us need food. So I'll get 60 gold worth of rations. I can do that math.
going to pay for the horse, but sees
I hope you like hardtack and raisins.
I
And
assume
dry
we'll try
jerky,
and...
which is not as good as bacon.
I have 10 rations in my pocket.
Those are mine.
Oh, that's where they came from.
I stuffed everything I wasn't holding when I was over encumbered into you. So we have however much 60 gold rations gives us plus 10.
I'll buy feed for the horses then.
I'm gonna put this in party loot because screw putting that in my inventory.
I think feed's fairly cheap. I forget what it is though.
And 60 gold worth would be 120 days worth. Just for reference.
Also, I assume horses can probably eat grass and stuff.
Yes.
Still want to get some feed though, in case you're not around good grass.
Oh, DM, sorry, how much was the other draft horse? I don't think you told me that.
50 gold.
50 gold? I will take that. I will pay for that as well.
Did the horse place have all sorts of animals, or are they just a stable?
Stable for horses, mules, donkeys.
Are you going for the elephant?
There is no elephant.
Wanted a rhino.
Thank God for that.
Sorry, wrong continent.
Which continent do we have to be on to get me a war elephant?
If we're going to war, we may as well do it right, guys. I mean, come on.
How long will it take to import one?
What are you, Cersei Lannister? Come on, get off the elephant.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. Actually, can I just want to inquire while we're at the stables. So, you don't have any elephants here, do you?
The kid maybe is 15. No, I don't think so.
How long
An
would it take
elephant.
to get one?
I don't think we can. They're not from here.
Very well.
Where are they
Alrighty.
from?
Are you
I
there?
don't know. Not
Oh,
here.
did we not take the cart to get the horses?
Oh, I suppose that makes sense. Yeah.
If we didn't, then no, I'm with the cart.
Why do we? Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to go by horse. All right. Well, you have a good day.
Just general keeping notes thing. We split up all this gold that's in the party loot, didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, we don't have 3,000 gold in party loot plus whatever I've got here, so I'm gonna. Did we leave anything?
No, we split it all up.
I thought we did. I'm gonna turn it all into.
Well,
I think we split all of it up but one gold piece, if memory serves.
yes, there was one gold.
That
piece
does
left,
sound like us. Okay, I'll put one gold piece here.
because the math didn't equal out exactly. So
Just wanted to check while I was looking at the party loot.
you always got to keep a little bit. You never want to completely empty the bank account. You know,
Well, we've basically
that's how
done
you
that.
get overdraft fees.
We've basically done that.
Does the bag of holding have overdraft fees?
Alright, back in holding.
Just a goblin account because that you overdue.
Is there a Bank of America logo on the side? I don't know.
Is feed just standard book cost?
Yep.
I'm
assuming you guys, unless you directly interact with shopkeeps, I'm just going to charge you standard price.
All right.
That's pretty much, yeah.
I'm gonna drop a gold to get that'd be 10 days worth for both horses.
I'm fixing up the party loot too, so we have the right weightage and all that.
As you see Roman just loading 100 pounds, 10-pound a bag into the
Wait,
cart.
what are
It's
you
10
loading?
Yeah, each bag is 10 pounds. It's
Oh, a feed.
a feed per day.
That's
so,
what I was asking.
so I bought
So days of feed. How much do we have?
10. So I bought
Is that per horse or just in general?
a gold gets you, so it's a silver for each horse per day. So and I dropped a gold, so 10. Yeah, so 10 days for both horses. We have
We
20
have 3
bags.
horses.
Oh, we have 3.
Yeah, someone got a riding horse as well.
Well,
Yes,
he
you
can
do.
feed his own horse. I'm buying feed for the pulling horses.
Okay, so how many? That's days of feed per horse. So 60
10.
days of feed. Only 10 days of feed.
Right. I dropped a
horse.
gold. No, for both of them. I
Okay,
bought
just
20 bags of feed.
got it. And they weigh how much each?
10.
Okay.
So sorry,
So
200 pounds.
wait. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I asked if it was 10 per horse, and you were like, no, and I'm like, okay.
Welcome to D&D, where half the game is math.
Okay, so it is 20 days of feed total.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I was
And
trying to get at.
We threw it in 10 days because we have 2 horses.
Exactly. We have
Totaling
3 horses.
200 pounds.
And
3
2
horses.
plus 2 is 4.
Yeah,
So
before we
if you
leave,
spend
could I
one
also
more
buy?
gold, you get 10 more days for the third horse. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, you were about to ask me something?
Could I also buy just 75 more gold worth of enchanting equipment?
Sure.
Can I buy some basic? I already have the jeweler's kit, but can I get like some basic like stuff to tinker with?
I thought you got that last time.
I got the
You did.
jeweler's kit, but
Oh.
does it actually come with like some stuff to like play around with and make basic
Not
things?
really. You could buy 50 golds worth of miscellaneous gems, though.
That's what I wanted to do. Is
Get some
50 gold.
moss agates and some citrines.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Is just
Some
get 50
tiger sigh.
50 gold of like
s-
useless stuff.
Yeah, I guess if we're doing that, I would just buy 1 ink pot with 100 gold pieces, just magic ink,
Expensive.
and components for augury for 2 times for augury.
Okay.
And I don't know how much. It's 25, so that's 150.
How much did this is gonna get so busy real fast? How much did it cost you to buy the 20 days of feed?
Gold.
How much gold you cut out?
1 gold.
The whole dang thing? Or is it 1 per?
It's 5 copper.
Oh,
per
okay.
bag.
So 1 gold. Okay. Pretty nice.
So a silver per day for the horses. 10
Got it.
times.
Cool.
I also bought material components, but I marked them off. They're all book value. We can move on.
Yeah, I'll just say I have random gems. 50G worth.
Okay. Your supplies have been gathered. Your money spent, and the quest laid out before you. Is there anything else you wish to do in Beowick before you depart at the 10th bell in the morning?
I will buy a mining pick just in case we come across anything fancy.
He's got to get his mining up.
I gotta get my mining up. I gotta mine all that copper.
Okay, I'm gonna let you know there's a lot of flat terrain around you.
I figured, but you know what? If I don't get it now, I'll forget about it.
Okay.
So
There are a few problems that can't be solved with time and a pickaxe.
You have
Sure.
approximately 1 month's downtime of travel unless I interrupt you with something.
yay.
So,
We're going to play this day by day.
Oh,
we're doing it every single day, the whole time. Is
2
there
by 2.
something-
well, I just didn't save all that, so that's gonna be redone again.
Is there a smith in town that is good enough to make like springs and gears and widgets and stuff?
No,
Okay.
but there is one in Orchard River. All places.
Wow, it's like it was laid out or something.
No, it just happened to be where I put him.
Oh, well, that works then.
Are
Like,
we
no
all ready?
joke, that just happens to be where I put him. So
we all
you she's
prepared?
watching knows exactly who I'm talking about.
Are we all ready?
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
We're set.
I don't
I'm
think
ready.
I can. I don't think the thing I can get would take a day, so I'm good.
Yeah, the only things I want would have to be imported from different continents. So
Places.
Okay.
unless you guys want to wait like half a year for the rhinoceros to come in, then
At least.
Worth it.
So, are we departing?
We have gathered our party.
Now you may venture forth. Outstanding. And thus ends chapter 1.
Woo!
Guys, do you feel like a chapter just ended? I feel like
I think you're reading too much into that.
no, Roman doesn't read.
As we all look into the sky, as the god licks their thumb and turns the page.
No, that was me. I just finished the first chapter of our memoirs.
Why are you above me, Renard? Try to sleep.
In the meantime, can I get everybody but the Warforged to make general history checks for me?
Everybody but the Warforged.
So
Fun.
good at
But
the.
I'm so good at history.
Oh God! What the heck?
Okay.
Bernardi,
As you all are traveling along the road, I'm presuming at some point, what do you know about the Adanian Vale? I mean, is that even a thing?
Tempest knows.
So, Tempest and Renard seem to have the most information, and what you ultimately determine is that for a very long time, the Adanian Vale was a sparsely settled frontier of the Empire. Kind of a bridge between the country that was Edania and the Empire itself. But the events of the calamity more or less destroyed Edania. And what remains of its people settled into the sparsely populated lands of the Adanian Vale. The local lords and customs are still, while technically a part of the empire, are very much separated in their own way. Crimson Witch, Orchards River, White Pond, and Asterhurst are all Adanian Vale cities who kind of have their own customs and traditions. They follow the empire's guidelines, but for the most part, they are more or less let to do their own occupation, so long as they pay their tithes, or as I guess it's taxes. Tithes is a religious thing. The Vale itself is a very unique climate. While the rest of the empire, particularly as you are closer along the Elcidian coast, is getting colder as the month travels, the Danian Vale, even in the wintertime, is usually at least very temperate. And in the summer, it's unbearably hot. So you all know what you're getting into when you make your way there. It lies in subtropical latitudes, if there is any other way to describe it.
Sounds familiar.
Welcome to the South.
Welcome to the South.
So it's Georgia.
And Tempest, this is specifically to you. What you know is that the scattered towns and human towns and villages of the area grew up along a very important trade route called the Dawn Way. Much of this was built by an ancient dwarf kingdom from 1,000 years before. That realm is gone. Edania took over. Edania was lost in the calamity. So there's lots of ruins up in that general area. General monsters will include your roaming tribes of orcs, goblins, and other critters. But there's also sturges and bears. Wolves are very common out there. And there, you also know that somewhere in that region is a tribe of elves.
Okay.
Okay. Just
Lots of
information.
stuff. Lots of stuff. I like it.
Okay. Pardon me while I make a couple of rolls.
Oh boy. We're.
Damn, if I'm going to spend this whole time just reading Idiot's Guide to Dwarvish, how many days can I mark off?
8 times 30, basically. Assuming you're not interrupted, so we'll get to that. Let's do 25 for the meantime. 8 to 25 days.
Okay.
Probably accurate.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you still rolling, or do you want to hear what the rest of us are doing?
Yeah, what are the rest of y'all doing?
Reynard is, because he's been doing this every time we've had downtime and he wasn't doing something else, is working on his calligraphy.
Okay.
Tempest will be working on figuring out jewelry, and we'll kind of talk to some of the spellcasters, like, how do magical rings happen? Is there specific materials, ways of doing it?
I'm still here. I can listen.
Okay. I figured as much. Just basic questions for them as I try and, like, figure out how to just make some basic stuff and maybe figure out how to get an enchant at some point.
Cerulean would say, I'm not in the way of how objects are enchanted. I'm more in the ways of how magical objects work.
And how do rings work?
Are you asking how a magical ring works?
No. I guess not. I'd have to go to Renaud for this, I suppose.
Magic.
He is the type. I believe he's the more type to create things, so I would recommend that. Yes.
Fate keeps throwing Renard and me together.
If only we had someone who could create magical items.
We don't have anyone that can do that.
If only.
Oh shit!
If I had to give a name to someone who would do that sort of thing, what would their profession be?
I think it's druids.
To be fair though, Cerulean hasn't seen 23 make anything yet.
I'm not 20. Well, 23 makes
Kevin.
lightning out of his face.
You'll probably never see 23.
Kevin, I'm sorry. Add a character, I can't even tell the Warforged apart. No.
None of us know anything. I would go to Kevin then.
Yeah, Cerulean has not seen Kevin make anything before, so.
Kevin, how do you do that fancy thing by making things, imbuing things with magic?
Are you an artificer?
No, but I'm trying to learn how to make jewelry.
I do not think those skills overlap.
Yes, but I was hoping to infuse or enchant a ring or something with magic.
Can you do magic?
No.
That is step one.
I can do one thing with magic, and that's it.
That may take you a very long time.
Someone will probably butt in randomly, just like, have you tried shooting your whatever magic it is at the ring? It's a thought.
If you're trying to imbue something with magic, you need enchanting supplies. and the spell to imbue it with.
Could we work on something together, a project as it were, at some point?
I mean, I do have enchanting supplies, but I have a limited amount.
You know what? We'll continue this conversation later.
It would depend on the. It would depend on what you are trying to make.
This is the fantasy version of you want to collab.
Listen to my SoundCloud, bro.
We'll put my vocals with your like guitar. It'll be great.
I am also, and I'll hold up the book. I am also attempting to learn Dwarvish.
Okay, well I'll leave you alone to that. We'll talk about it later, maybe actually when I've made something. Or maybe I'll just start selling them, I don't know.
Pretty much like the first night that we camp, Roman is going to have a sit down with Lee and be like, I think we need to have at least a quick chat about us seeing each other in that dream.
Sure. He'll close the book. I mean, obviously, I have my own theories, but hearing it from you would probably be easier to understand.
Mine seemed a little more straightforward. I was more curious about you because it's clearly not a magic person thing, because I didn't see Renard or Kevin there, and I only saw you. And we both heard, I'm assuming you heard a female voice. I don't know if yours was different.
I did. Mine is different.
But
he said that as a question. Like, mine is different.
I mean, is the person who gave you your powers also from the Feywilds?
So my theory's right. No, it's not.
But do they have a name?
They do.
Is it Veranestra?
No. That must be yours.
Then why were we together? I mean,
when she wants me to do something or wants me to see something that she believes that I may benefit or help, she sometimes points me in a direction, shows me something, makes me feel something. It's unique every time. It's never the same.
And if you don't mind me asking a little further, is she how you are able to do magic? Because, I mean, it seemed like Renard didn't seem to be casting the same way you did, or just he seemed to be not familiar with your practice or something.
I didn't start studying until a few years ago, and that is when my magic arose, but yes. Mine's unique. It's different. It's strange.
Because before I had that dream, I don't know if you were there, but I had Renard purchase me, and I'll pull out the orb and purchase me this, and I first started with just meditating to it, praying to it to see if I could talk to Veranestra again. Then I started trying to copy what Renard does, what you do. I haven't really produced anything the same, but it feels like I'm onto something.
You believe that this Veranestra might be similar to me?
I didn't believe so. I figured I was by myself in this until I saw you in the dream. So I'm just kind of grasping at straws here.
Mine appeared one day. I had a dream, and the dream seemed real. I followed the dream to the letter when I woke up, and I earned it. I don't know if it's the same with everyone. I don't even know if there's others like me. All I know is I was given, I suppose, I was given when she believed I was ready. So maybe it's the same with you. Maybe you just need to prepare or do something that perceives this Veranestra that you're ready. In the meantime, I could try and teach you something, anything.
I'll take any help you can give me. I mean, like I said, magic to me was just kind of like what the fancy rich kids would do. I'd seen a couple of magic things throughout my life, but they were either behind a shop window or, you know, in some crate that we were just selling to somebody else. But I didn't think it was something I could actually attain myself.
She wouldn't have picked you if she didn't have either faith, an idea, or maybe something else. I don't think this sort of thing comes by normally. There's always something, always.
She definitely wants something. She sent me back and showed us this where we need to go, so she wants me to do something. So
She's up, and if our dreams were connected in that sort of way, she is definitely with you. I mean, the hair that just happened, after you woke up?
Yeah, this is not a normal thing for me. But I figured that was just one little thing that she kind of gave me, so I've just kind of, like I said, I've been working this orb over, just kind of doing it. Or, I don't know, like I said, I just went with praying first. That didn't seem to work. But if you have any tips you can pass along, I'll definitely take them.
If you have any dreams, anything that seems like a message or a clue or guidance, just do your best to try to follow it. You might find something that you weren't realizing that you needed.
All right.
And like I said, I will help you wherever I can. If you have any questions, anything that at least I can answer, I'll do my best.
I'll keep that in mind. And I'll leave him to his thing, and he'll just kind of he'll usually camp out in the wagon itself. I bought chalk a while back, so he's actually just going to doodle on like the benches in the wagon, like try and draw the fox in the woods and just other things.
The first night before we go to bed, right before he goes to bed, he will mutter, I kind of broke there for a second, sorry. He'll sort of mutter to himself in Celestial, as if asking something just in the air. Is he the same?
You get the feeling of as similar as the sun and moon.
He'll give a nod, happy or content with the answer, and then he will go to sleep.
Roman, as you are coughing up a lung when you chew on dry.
So much chalk.
Specific.
You're drawing the fox. You're thinking, and your fingers kind of tingle. You focus on it, and just one night when you're out camping, having conversations with everybody, you're almost minding your own business, before that tingling turns into a spark. And you can feel like a pulse in your hand. What are you gonna do? Nothing visible, but you can feel it, almost like something is remember that, like you feel like you stub your toe and you feel the of your fingers. Not the painful, but you definitely can feel it pulsing.
He'd probably first run his hand over where he feels the pulse with his other hand, and then just kind of like look his hand over, make a fist. Just kind of like looking over his hand to see if he can like focus it, or just kind of like focusing on it to see if he can?
You focus on the image forms in your mind where you see the fox spirit morph itself into a blade, that same blade you had seen before. And as you do so, you concentrate on it, feeling it before appearing in your hand. Almost in front of everybody is that same rainbow dazzled rapier. Twisted like two metal prongs of iron and steel welded together in a blue and green vibe, spun together to a single point with a moon-bladed hilt.
Roman, would you like to share with the class?
That's new. Is new.
Cerulean like stands up like immediately, like a look of like shock and kind of joy on his face.
Lee, can you do this? Do you have one of these?
No, I can't. He'll like walk over and like examine it. Like he's like very much intrigued in this now.
It's a rapier. You can easily identify it by the way the hilt is designed. It is two different streams of metal, one of a cobalt blue and one of almost a sea green, twirling together, very tightly wound before they meet at a single point at the end. And it looks like even though the edges of it are rounded, there is a very fine razor edge to each of the spurs that surround the blade, giving it a slashing and piercing effect should it be so desired.
Oh, that's fancy.
This is magnificent.
I saw this when I was dead. The fox became this blade, and so I just started focusing on that, and I guess here it is. I'm not sure how I did it.
I want to try something. Here, freehand. Extend it out, palm first.
My free hand?
Yeah, you're just a freehand.
Okay, I'll press my hand forward.
Try to concentrate on the center, like just the very center of your palm, like almost as you're building energy. And then when you feel like it's almost encompassing your hand, release. That makes sense.
Blade is already out.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to see out of character if he could cast Eldritch Blast, maybe.
Maybe.
Oh, you're trying to teach him warlocky things.
I am. Try.
Okay.
I'll pull my hand back, kind of staring at it, trying to picture that same like pulse that I felt before in my palm, and then just kind of thrusting it forward.
As it does, a phrase barks from your lips, almost in a voice you don't recognize. It just goes, Inari! And a spearing sea of green light will just off into the distance.
But that's a new trick. Those are both new tricks.
My friend, magic? You know magic.
Haha.
Tempest, apparently it was this easy. Apparently magic is... Just do this, and then you can just pull out your hand, and then you can enchant whatever you'd like.
I wonder if we kill Tempest, if he gets magic as well.
23 will stand over Tempest. I'm willing to try.
I will. The moment I see you intimidatingly over me, I'm like, levitate.
Does 23 get an attack of opportunity?
Do I have a chance to resist that?
He's not a mage slayer. Yeah.
Sorry. Anyways, I don't mean to take away from the moment.
It's a Constitution save, so you'll make it. That's just the innate. Just like no.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, you easily make it. It's like a 15. I'm just like wins.
Roman, this is fantastic.
It is fantastic.
I guess I can do magic. He just kind of just looks up, or he's like, that doesn't make sense. So just kind of look. Are we kind of by like a forest or anything?
Not right now. No, you're in the middle of an open field, basically.
I'll just kind of look in the area, the direction that I'm assuming the north would be, towards wherever the.
Your eyes are drawn to the moon of all things.
I guess looking around, I'm like, thank you. If I can do other things, let me know.
Okay.
So, Roman, you were saying that the fox became the sword.
That's what I saw. I figured it was more of a kind of dream-like thing. I don't know. Wait, can you guys dream?
Did we all hear that? We all heard that, right?
Heard what?
That was the laugh you heard.
I am looking around, not panic. I've got the bow out though, and I'm looking.
Where's the masked kid?
Roman just pulls out his other, one of his other rapiers into his other hand. Just,
23 already has his greatsword already out.
Oh,
There's nothing around. It was just a small little giggle.
Okay.
Roman, he'll just kind of put him.
Sinister giggle.
Did it come from the sword?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. In that case,
that's much better.
Well, sorry, Roman. We're gonna have to put you down again. We just can't be too cautious.
It's just my laughing sword. It's fine.
well,
It turns out my sword is Majora.
If that moon comes out of the sky.
Wait, why is the moon coming close? Ah!
Well, at least we know if the moon comes down, everybody loses.
It's true.
Yeah, I'll beat the big bad with that, and everyone else.
You bring the moon down, kill everyone.
I get
Everyone
all
wins
the
or
XP.
loses.
But, huh?
I don't like the laughing sword, but everything else is cool.
will you hold out the sword, please, Roman?
And I pointed outward.
And I will grasp it, and I will say, get really close to it. Thank you, and that's it. Whispering to the blade.
Kind of be confused. Like, you're welcome.
I'm not talking to you, fool. And I will walk away.
You just talked to my.
In fairness, the sword did just giggle.
does the sword talk to you?
Hasn't yet. But if it's the fox, then technically it has. But I'm not even sure if is the fox or if it just was like a representation of the power being given to me or something.
Roman, the sword laughed. It's probably the fox.
Do foxes laugh?
That fox. Was the laugh similar to when the fox was totally fucking with us in the forest?
Oh, it's the exact same.
Yes. What do foxes say?
What do the foxes
Stop
say?
it! Stop it! Stop it! You're not doing it.
What does the fox say?
No, you're gonna get us sued. No.
I guess that means your sword has a name now, if it's the fox.
Inari? He said Inari.
Ari was its name.
Reynard checks his notes, because in my notes I have the fox's name is Marla.
No. Marlo is a druid.
Marla was the druid.
Would
Oh.
You didn't meet her, but she is the druid you didn't run into.
is there any kind of a nature or a history check I can make on that name to be like, do I recognize that?
The name Inari?
Yes.
It's not one you're familiar with, and even if you rolled a 20.
I figured as much. I was just curious.
Random spirit creature number 422.
Like I said, was curious.
So I'm gonna go ahead and practice with this tonight. See if it has any other magical benefits, and hopefully it's still here in the morning because I saw it in my dream and it wasn't there when I woke up. But now it's here.
I'm not gonna lie, 23. When you're bent forward like that, you look like Geordie LaForge with a green visor.
Did Autumn, do you sleep normally?
I do sleep normally, yes.
Okay. For some reason, I thought you were like a trance as well. Never mind.
No. If
He's
you
upside down on the trees.
Eyes rolled back from his head.
Oh.
Right, well, I'm gonna set my tent up. Roman, you be careful.
That's what I
Don't
wanted.
put your eye out with that thing.
The magic's what you should be more worried about. At least know how to hold a rapier.
Speaking of that, if you do want to start maybe seeing what you can do, I'll help you through that.
Yes, he'll help you through that, and Reynard walks off to put his tent up.
I knew I
Alright.
meant to buy a tent. That was what I meant to buy. Damn it.
The days go by. where the first week travels with very light activity. You are not bothered with, in fact, you barely see a traveler, the occasional passerby from time to time, but there's almost no activity to speak of. At your relaxed pace, you are eventually overtaken by 10 knights and another 10 or so Darklaws who are riding past you at a more quicker pace, among which Damon is a part of, though he is very much occupied in a work mood, so his gabbing time is limited with all of you.
Could I try to
as they go past?
ride ahead with my riding horse to talk with him?
Sure. As you catch up with him, hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Going to work. How about you?
Oh, we are traveling to go fight bad things.
Me too.
Where are you heading off to, my friend?
Heavy Nook.
Heavy Nook, what is there?
Don't know yet. Apparently whatever you told me.
Oh, I suppose.
We told him that.
Well, we are heading to the Adanian Vale, actually.
I heard you took the offer.
Yes, apparently there's great things. Hopefully we may fight again there once with you, maybe, in the future. Who knows?
Well, maybe. If you need a hand, just yell really loudly. I'm sure I'm not going to be too far.
I will do my best. By the way, I have a new horse.
I see that.
His name is 24.
Hello, 24. As he pats his horse, this is Ed.
Nice to meet you, Ed. Well, I have nothing else. Good luck on your adventures. If you know any way to reach us, please do if you find anything in Heavy Nook.
Oh, yeah, by the way, that redhead's trailing y'all.
Ah, thank you. I will let the others know.
All right. And he will.
Godspeed.
They're almost galloping is how quick they're moving along. It's a fast pace.
Fucking Ruby.
And I will run back to the others. Damon is good. Renaud, you will be pleased to know that he is acting on information that we gave them about Heavy Nook, so they are heading there.
Somebody should be. That is good information.
Also, a friend is following us.
What do you mean, friend?
A familiar red-haired friend.
Oh, good lord. She can't let it go, can she?
You see, Renard actually kind of takes a moment to look down at the road. Do you think we have time to stop to dig a pitfall trap?
I will help you so fast.
I mean, nothing super deep and nothing super dangerous. Just kind of a lesson towards being polite and making your mentality and your purpose and your reasoning for doing something known. Granted, I've never been the best about that, but this is the group's best interest at heart. Purely not self-interest.
I'll just kind of she wasn't with the group. They said they were going to have eyes on us. I didn't think I hired her to do it.
She's worked for them before.
She might be their eyes. If she's doing that, though, she's doing a shit job if Damon found her.
Did you guys happen to spy any shovels? I haven't seen any in the cart.
I bought a pickaxe, no shovel.
Hold on, I have a shit ton of climbing equipment.
I have a shovel in my bag.
I have 450 feet of rope.
That will... I mean, we could try and trip her, but probably not as effective.
You got a crowbar.
I have 5 crowbars. No, I have 2 crowbars.
All of these things sound like something you would do to beat somebody up when you get them out of their car. Not
We're gonna tie her to a tree with 450 feet of rope. Good
We're just
luck
gonna
getting
stop
out.
right here, and we're gonna become a new gang, and we're just gonna ambush anybody who starts using this road now.
Yeah,
With
you
crowbars.
thought you could follow us, eh? You thought you could follow the misfortune? Yeah, it's a bad move, friend.
We are gonna be
A
the
bad
Team
move.
Rocket of the Adanian Vale.
To protect our world from devastation.
No!
To unite to copyright within our nation.
To denounce the evils of all these memes.
As amusing as it would be to do this, it would probably inconvenience other people more than it would inconvenience her. So let's just.
Do we
I'd
want
love
to...
to leave her a note so at least we know. She knows we know, and perhaps she'll be less.
You know, actually, I
bitchy
like that
about
she
how
doesn't know.
handles things.
Well, she
Imagine
knows
if she's riding on the road. She's probably not trying to hide, so she probably does not care if we know.
But if she's following us, why doesn't she catch up?
We're not going fast. Look at how fast they caught up to us.
Well, they are going at quite a bit of speed.
Well, yes, but she's traveling alone. I'm assuming no cart. It's very easy to catch up. You caught up to Damon very quick, didn't you?
Well, I have a very fast horse. By the way, I have given my horse a name.
No.
We are best friends, and his name is 24.
Ronan just kind of pops up from drawing in the car. He's like, shouldn't there be another one of you named 24?
He died.
Were you, like, really good friends with him or something?
Yes, we were best friends.
Oh, what about Kevin?
I only met Kevin a few months ago.
Oh, I assumed you were together for forever. I don't know.
No, Kevin was not part of the Storm Legion.
Got it.
I was doing something, most likely.
Do I remember? By the way, do I remember seeing like any of Kevin's models fighting in the old
Oddly
days?
enough, a lot of them were not used for fighting.
Okay.
Awkward.
Backlines, artillery support, kind of thing.
Well, 24 is a lovely name for your horse.
Thank you.
I approve.
He shall bring great honor upon the name. It's a very honorable name.
And what? If you get another one, is it going to be 25?
No, 25 was kind of a dick.
Well, it's good to know that at least you had a good taste in friends, even when you were far, far away from us. 23.
Okay. Time goes along further and further. So much so that on one day, the afternoon sun is beating down on you. The air is hot still. The sparsely settled lands of the Edanian Vale are rapidly becoming monotonous, with a seeming endless line of dusty fly specks of towns, rolling hills, and orchards. You don't see a whole lot of activity once you travel and make your way north. And a few of the farmsteads you have come across as you get within about 150 miles of what you presume to be Orchards River are starting to be either abandoned or burned down entirely.
This is not a good sign.
Should we stop and investigate? I'd imagine at the first one we'd seen.
If it's on the road, I assume, yeah.
I'm asking the party. Should we stop?
I mean,
Yeah, you actually are-
how long ago does it look like it was burned?
Well, you were getting to that. The road is cresting a small rise and then descends into a dusty grove in a large shallow dell. You can see through the trees an abandoned farmhouse standing off to one side of the road. You've passed a dozen spots like this one today already.
Check it out.
Let's see what we can see.
Okay.
Weapons at the ready, I assume?
I will.
It's possible it is an old wreckage. There may be no need for weapons.
Just in case.
Sorry.
I can't cast magic, as we've pointed out. I'm going to keep my hand on the bow.
I will summon Roderick, and I'll just have him do like a flyby around and tell him to come back to me if he sees or hears anything.
As he goes up, you immediately hear from hoo hoo hoo, as he's got some alert. And Tempest, you can also sense it. You see the faint glint of mail through the brush by the side of the road. Looks like fierce warriors, tall and hairy humanoids with wide mouths and flat faces are lying in wait. And as you see them, you get the impression that they see you. And at this point, bursting from the tree line are these red-skinned, plate armor red warriors letting out a "What's God? Gideon Kakata!" and pointing down at you. I need you all to please roll for initiative.
I don't.
First time in a long time.
I know, right?
This map.
Ooh.
That's a perception roll. What the hell am I doing?
Something about this map.
I know, right?
I would.
The map
I'll
right
just-
before we got Ultimail.
Let's do that instead. Wait, what?
All right, that's not
Yeah.
terrible.
I haven't
12
seen
is
this
the-
map.
12 is the best roll I've had all day.
Ooh, I just edge out Mr. Awesome.
You haven't seen this map. We've seen this map.
Yeah, this was right before he picked you up.
Yeah.
Literally
me
the
in a-
session before.
Found me in the forest doing weird things.
You were off somewhere like off this side on the right.
Oh,
Anyways,
This is where Hunter and Chad tortured a goblin.
I forgot about that. Did you just call me Chad?
Chad,
Chad.
whatever.
Chad, let's go.
Son of my daughter,
Alright.
bro.
Chad, let's go. Let's go torch this goblin. Okay.
For some
Sorry,
reason,
Beth.
I'm not on the top of the list. I don't know why.
I haven't changed it yet. I'm sorry. I'm
Oh, good.
adjusting a couple of things.
wow,
Look at
the
that
numbers are
cost.
very in order.
They
Kind
are.
of consistent too.
That's actually why I thought they'd already been ordered. I was like, they're so perfectly in line.
Those are in pretty good order. But no, they are not the one I'm using.
I was like, not perfect.
Because it turns out all the creatures ambushing us, they all got like 27s and they're going first, so we
just
just can't
Probably.
see them yet.
Oh,
We just
Probably.
all die.
poor Renard.
All right, pardon me while I set up what you guys are seeing. The monster manual will show a couple of these. I think they're already in there. They should be already in there. Oh, it went out and did them nice in order for me too. That was very cool. One moment. I promise I will get your initiative in just a moment. I have to set this up appropriately.
It's all good.
I'm just over here jamming out to the witchy music. It's fine.
Hoi.
There we go.
Oh, look. Hobgoblins. I wouldn't have guessed.
This Steel for Humans.
It is.
Love this one.
I have not played Witcher.
I haven't either, but I love using the soundtracks.
Is this Steel for Humans? It sounds like Commanding the Fury.
This is Commanding the Fury. You're right.
Yeah.
Ooh, someone's good at their music.
Dude, I'm a big old soundtrack nut. Okay.
Hey.
Right.
Not shame. No shame.
Oh,
Son
that's
of a
hot-
gum chewing funk monster. Excuse me for 1 minute.
That is a hobo goblin.
Hobgoblin.
A hobo goblin.
For
My-
ready. For the hand.
Give them
Oh
some
no.
Quick question. I'm assuming I understood them. If they were, I'm assuming they were speaking Goblin.
They were, and they're saying kill them.
Oh,
Kill them and take their shit.
that's
So
not very
we
nice,
can't be friends with them. What you're saying?
Oh,
I mean, it depends on what your definition of friend
not with
is.
that attitude.
All right, here we go.
Oh no.
Oh no, they're surrounding us.
Boy, this
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
I would do the SpongeBob thing, but my Adam's apple's too big.
Oh,
Fucking hate all of you.
It's been nothing but memes tonight.
It really has been.
How do I make attacks
Alright.
on myself?
Tempest, you are up front.
Woo! I get to shoot things. Are they hidden in cover? Is that
They've
cover?
got full cover
Son of-
behind these trees. Or at least not full, 3/4 cover, because they're blended in.
But I
And
still
they have a height
see...
element. So the gully, you're actually inside a 15-foot gully. Getting out is going to require a little bit of work.
The vegetation on the side there, is it thick?
Yeah.
Shit. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and cast Levitate on myself. And I'm going to go up 15 feet. And I'm gonna try and kind of get in this... I'm gonna try and get in there.
Okay. You have no issue getting on top of it. That's not too hard. It
I
looks
want
like
to try
fine.
and like... I want to push in is what I want to do.
Okay, go for it.
Is it strength check or just kind of difficult terrain?
It's just difficult terrain traveling through
Okay.
the brush.
Okay, so I'm
It's
still
like
like...
traveling through holly bushes.
Okay, so I'm kind of like... I draw a bow, kind of hover over there and just like... Try and give myself some cover and I wait to see when they come out. So I'm going to just stay here.
Cool.
Was... Levitate was my action. Never mind, I'm good.
Cerulean,
What would I have to do to get out of the
to
gully?
climb out of the gully?
Yeah.
Make an athletics check.
Okay. I will actually don't want to do that because my athletics is actually just hot garbage.
So I flew.
I'm gonna back up, but I am going to hold an Eldritch Blast for the first enemy that I can see that comes out of cover.
Okay. All right. Coming from around the corner, you hear a of some very deep, growling entity. And emerging from around the corner is this black-furred, with infernal heritage leaked inside of its essence. Coming from around the corner
She'll be coming around the corner.
is some sort of hellish hound.
It's a doggy.
And it's going to get to this point and take the dodge action. It's rolling. You can take your attack if you want.
I'll wait for a hobgoblin because that's the one. That's the one I said.
All right. You don't have to wait too long because one is popping out.
All right, I fire at him.
Okay. 19 will hit. 2.
Wait, no, that should be 7. For some reason, it didn't add my agonizing blast.
Okay. As it crashes against the red plate armor, it almost seems to burn off a huge chunk of it. The goblin said, he can take his longbow out and fire a shot at you.
Spare.
And that will hit. As you are thunk for 2 points of piercing damage.
Oof.
It's a really crappy roll. All right, that's his turn. 23.
I will jump off my horse, 24, and go 5, 10, 15, 20.
Athletics check.
I took athlete, so I have
Okay.
a climbing speed.
That's true. It uses 15 feet to get up, though.
So 5, 10, 15, 25, 30. Would I have to be there then?
Yeah, just about.
So would I have one more space, or would that be fine right there?
It's fine there.
Okay. Then I will. Memory. I will rage and zap this boy.
That's rude.
Dex check.
Climbing doesn't cost you extra movement. You still have to make the check.
Okay.
As far as my strength faculty does.
19.
19 is enough to get up there.
Yeah.
Zap him. All right, he's making a dex save. And he will get a natural 1.
That is 5 points of lightning damage to the boy.
As he's focused on cerulean, that he looks over and he's there's a brief moment of flash of terror in his eyes before he and then he falls over the He will Wilhelm his way down to here.
That was my. I guess that's my bonus action.
Did you
Action.
stop or am I crazy?
Huh?
It did.
Then I guess I will bonus action dash and get to here.
Ruby, why are you stopping?
It started the next track, but it isn't actually playing it for some reason.
Sorry, action dash, not bonus action dash.
There it goes. All right, action dash. Got it. Kevin.
Ooh, all right. Can I see anyone?
I don't know. Can you?
Well, man, like those guys that are like on the banks. Like, can I actually see them?
Yeah, you can see them. They are in there, but they have 3/4 cover.
What's the range on this spell again? Perfect. I'm gonna throw a fairy fire at those two.
Okay.
Seeing they're all like rudely in cover and everything, I'm just gonna center a fairy fire like right. Ooh, wait, hold on.
What's your spell
right
save?
there? Fairy Fire is a dexterity save, and I am a DC 15.
Only one of them will make it.
Okay.
I mean, number 2, so that's going to be... This guy is all sparkled.
I'll just call out. Shoot the sparkly one.
Got the flower crown filter.
All right.
I don't think I have anything I can do as a bonus action. So yeah, that's it.
All right. Roman.
So I see this one goes sparkly, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll go ahead and start and try and climb up here. So I'll move 5 and then make the check.
That'll get you up there. It's still 15 feet of movement, but...
Okay, so that puts me at 20 to get to here. 25, and can I, if I have 5 feet of movement, can I enter?
Oddly enough, as you get in there... Can you not see him? Yeah, you can't see him. Yeah, you can still see him. Yep, right here.
Yep. If I can see him, I'm going to go ahead and try out an Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Good attack roll.
Yeah.
And
Getting fancy.
I have advantage, right?
Yeah.
Woohoo!
24 will hit. As you, Inari, you hit and hold your hand and spirit gun him. He gets across the shoulder with the razzle dazzle power.
Overcoming it, razzle dazzle.
All right.
Give him the old razzle dazzle.
I also call it. They also said to kill us and take our stuff. BT dubs.
Oh, that's bad.
Emerging from the brush, right in front of you.
Hey,
I should have said you had. Actually, no. You know what? I'm sorry. He was 5 feet away from me the entire time. Technically, doesn't that impose a disadvantage? So to cancel each other, 16 does not hit.
Ooh.
Use a ranged attack within 5 feet of somebody.
Darn.
Wait, is that it? I thought that was only within.
No, that's normal.
Yeah.
If there's someone in melee with you, then you attack with disadvantage at range.
Oh, I did not know that. I thought it was just if the person you're attacking is with
That actually did not hit.
What?
Emerging from the brush to attack you with advantage because he was hidden with a two-handed longsword.
Oh no.
Natural 20.
So, just
Oh,
one
no!
clarifying point then. If he was noticeable enough to cause disadvantage, would Roman not have noticed him then?
That's an odd mechanical question that I'm not sure how to properly answer.
Because either he made himself known to impose disadvantage or Roman hit him, one way or the other.
The rule of a range attack is if there is somebody within 5 feet of you who is hostile, you get advantage, disadvantage on the attack.
But he
Because
doesn't
they
have the
interpose and
hostile.
interrupt the attack.
Right.
That's
So
a
is he
good
giving up his
question.
hidden to impose that penalty?
All right. I mean,
I don't rules lawyer often to you, Beth, but I'm going to take this one.
This is a good question, though. I'm actually curious. Like, legit, just curious.
That's a hard question.
There isn't a precedent for it. It would be the DM's choice, honestly.
I see where you're coming from there.
rules is intended. I agree with Lake. Rules is written that I was probably right. But we'll play. Either way, he is going to hit you, Roman.
Don't want him to.
What you want is irrelevant, and he's going to impose martial advantage on the attack.
Ow.
He's going to hit you for...
The damage.
The damage.
17, 18, 19, 20, 22
Oh,
points
God.
of slashing damage.
Jesus Christ!
Well, Roman's gonna die again.
Woo!
I refuse.
He crit.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
You.
22.
We're level
Press
4.
Alright. Okay,
Yes.
I did roll
I'm
2.
sorry. No, 15, not 22.
Oh, cool.
I was going to say, I know hobgoblins, but I'm not going to say anything about this. I already made my spiel this turn.
Fun. Man.
Your connection
Uh-oh.
server has been interrupted.
I'm
I
lagging.
rolled 20. How are you doing
Yep.
tonight?
We love
Right.
Roll20.
All right.
Bernard.
Renard is going to try and climb over here. I'll make my athletics check.
Okay. All right, you get about 2/3 of the way up. You've expended about 15 feet of movement. To get the rest
So
of
I
it,
still have 5 feet left. So
You
I
have
can
5
feet.
feet left of that.
So I can
Yeah,
still
you make
climb
another
up.
athletic check to get the rest of the way.
Oh, son.
Yeah, that'll get you the rest of the way, but that is 20 feet of your movement.
All right, cool. I will spin around. I will present the staff of Ezekiel Zarl before me, and I will basically hold it out as he raises his finger to snap it at the hobgoblin that is glowing like a sparklet fest.
Okay.
That's
There you go.
for a whopping 9 points of damage.
That's why we fairy fire.
And he will catch it the last second. You see him let out a screech of pain before his body conflagrates, and he will fall over dead.
And then Reynard is going to drop prone, and that will be his turn.
Okay. This hobgoblin doesn't get a turn because he's dead.
No,
He's
not
dead.
dead.
This hobgoblin is going to jump down. Actually, no, he's going to take a shot at 23. Longbow. And we'll miss.
Ooh.
All right. I missed one of them? I think I missed one.
I murdered one right off the bat.
No, I forgot to roll initiative on. Yeah, this guy didn't get initiative. 5. Okay, cool.
Perfect.
Yeah, what do you know? He's going to go. He's going to take a shot at 23 as well. Actually, you know what? This guy will jump down.
Yeah.
Sliding to the bottom. He's going to do an overhanded downward strike. And roll a 6. He was not prepared for the attack.
I am
He
very
counts
impressed by him.
himself. As he does so, he's going to let out another call. Get out here! We need them! He's calling out reinforcements.
Oh, bad.
Oops.
Hobgoblin Devastator.
Imagine he probably devastates things.
That's
I
a
imagine
hobgoblin?
so. Is it a hobgoblin that devastates things?
Maybe he's riding a war elephant.
Maybe it's Devasta.
Maybe he's what?
Riding a war elephant. Beth is so done with us tonight.
We will get a...
We're giving you gold for what you can give us down the line as rewards. Like they're basically writing their own gifts themselves.
We will get a war elephant by the end of this campaign.
This
just
creature
wanna-
is doing some things in a place you can't see, and she's using a bonus action to stealth.
I just want an Oliphant.
All I want for Christmas is an olive.
Tempest, what would you like to do other than meme me to death?
I'm not doing well. Some of it I am.
Now you know what it's like for your puns.
This one is still hidden to me, right? The one that's next to Roman.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna elevate just out. Why am I not working? There we go. Just out a little bit. I'm gonna elevate just enough to get a clear shot on. That hobgoblin just called out for reinforcements, didn't he?
This one did. The one next to me.
This one.
Yep.
Actually, fun fact. I guess since I'm flying, can I see past these trees?
Which ones?
The ones I'm next to, because I'm like flying up to get a clear shot.
Not that seeing past them is the issue. It's very thick foliage.
Okay, that's what I was curious about. In that case, I'm just taking my hobgoblin shot. Just gonna shoot him with my whisper. That's a natural 20.
Oh, that's the opposite of misfortune tonight. I just cursed us.
That
We
is
rolled it. Somebody must be bugged.
19 points of damage.
Which one?
To the hobgoblin that just called out for reinforcements.
He's dead as a doornail.
I come out of the bushes. I'm like, hello, headshot.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Hello there, Juno.
I'll be like, ooh, nice shot, and I'll duck back into the trees.
All right. Cerulean.
Okay, can I see Roman?
You can.
Okay. I will sort of bring up my hand like a this motion, and I'll use healing lights to burn 2d6 on him to heal him.
Okay.
That's my bonus. So heal 7.
I like it.
And no, guessing I can't see the hobgoblin either.
Okay.
Or this one. Or can I see this one? Or no?
Yeah, you can see him.
Okay,
He's
I'll
no longer really fully covered.
Okay, I'll just blast him. Why not?
Okay. Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast. 18.
18 just hits.
Whew. For
Ayo.
11 points of force damage.
And he's dead.
Damn.
Oh, I wanted to give
You
him
get the
payback.
impression after the first couple of shots that whatever you're killing, they are not very sturdy, but they are heavily armored.
Yo, good Roman.
I just kind of give him a thumbs up as I'm focusing down range.
All right. Tempest, are you still level with the forest?
Yeah, I went up just enough to get the shot and then dip back down to just kind of like the height of the forest.
Okay. You hear a rustle behind you from.
Oh, shit.
You hear the goblin equivalent of "Hello there."
Do I get enough time to be like, there's more?
No. And he will make an attack roll against you and will just miss as you feel a couple strands of your hair get slashed away.
I'm like, oh. I'll be like, oh, I'm ready for you, bitch.
All right. This hellhound is going to take a bite out of 23.
Do it.
Prime?
Break your teeth.
Just 23. Chomp. And will connect.
Okay.
As you are bitten for 11 points of piercing and 9 points of fire damage.
11 reduced to 5, and then
That's spicy.
how much fire damage? 9?
9.
Okay, I gotta do math. 11, 5 plus 9. 14.
9.
14 total. Okay.
Okay.
This hobgoblin is casting a spell. Doing a thing in a place you can't see. 23.
23 is going to come down with the silvered greatsword on this hellhound recklessly as a streak of lightning follows behind it. Dex save from that, please. It does 1 damage. Don't make the dex save.
He failed it. He still takes 1 damage.
And then yeah,
the equivalent of a static shock. You rub your feet across the socks of a carpet.
and then that was supposed to be at advantage. So 1 second here, because I said
Good
reckless.
thing too.
Yeah, 14.
14 does not hit, unfortunately.
God, that's unfortunate.
No, that was disadvantage. All right. This hellhound is doing things in a marking way over here. He's going to dash here. Kevin.
Is there any noticeable difference between the shot I have on the 2 hobgoblins I can see?
Oh God, there's another one.
Not really.
So they both have 3/4 cover, right?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take a shot at one of these hellhounds then. Probably at the one that is approaching 23, not the one that's already in melee with him.
Okay. 12 does not hit, unfortunately.
Bummer. And I will go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That seems good right there.
Okay. Roman.
Let's see anything great. I will move up at least 5, 10, 15. If I move this way, does it cost me 10 feet?
Yeah.
Okay. I will step in then, and then I'll use my bonus action to hide.
Okay.
Dude. And I will hold my action to stab anyone that comes near me.
Okay. Reynard.
Reynard is going to stand up. He's going to move 5 feet to here. He's going to hold his hand up, grasp it quickly, and I'm going to cast Shatter right here.
Okay.
So I should get the Hobgoblin and both the Hellhounds.
Okay. Noted. Saves they have to make. Con
saves.
Yeah.
Forgot we had those.
Both hellhounds fail,
Yeah.
and so does the hobgoblin.
Oh my.
Woof.
That's the best shatter you've done so far.
That is the best shatter, and that's still an average roll.
Damn.
Guys, these guys take 15 damage apiece.
All right, and I am not going to drop prone because they have already shown that they are more than willing to walk out of these trees behind us. That will be Reynard's turn.
All right. Bursting from the bushes and flipping down and landing right next to Kevin, this hobgoblin launches herself into a combat pose before she launches 4 consecutive normal punches against Kevin.
Not that.
That's not good.
This
It's probably
stupid.
fine.
Every
Normal
single
punch.
one of which will hit.
Oh, Kevin, why are you so easy to hit?
I have an 18.
I'm gonna block it, shocker. Boom.
4. She hit for, it was 2 18s, 21 and a 24.
Damn.
So it's
12.
not Tempest. So
16, 21 points of bludgeoning damage. She is then going to expend a key point and go into patient defense.
Oh, I thought she was
Fucking
gonna,
monks.
thought she was gonna flurry of blows your ass, and I was like, oh, you fucked.
All right.
I have 14 health left.
Tempest.
Tempest. I guess I look back, see that's happening, but I'm dealing with this, so I'm going to hover away and probably take an attack of opportunity.
Yep. And he will take it. And he will miss.
All right, I'm still floating kind of at the same level.
Okay.
So I'm 15. Can I look around and I guess I see Kevin looks like he's in trouble. But I can't do anything with this guy and Reynard's there, so I'm gonna just shoot the one that hit me, even though he's in cover. No,
Okay.
I take that back. I'm gonna hover over the battlefield and shoot these hellhounds, and so 23 can help us.
Okay.
So many targets. Whisper has a 15 on a hellhound.
15 just hits.
All right, it's this. Oh, sorry, it's the. Yeah, it's the one on the
Southernmost one?
bottom.
Okay. Roll damage. 14. Good
Nice.
shot. And it's a as it shoots into the flames, lick off the bow or the arrow. It's hurt.
Good to know. All right. And that'll be my turn. I don't have a bonus action.
Okay, it's William.
I'm burning 3 healing lights on Kevin because he needs it. So heal for 13.
Okay.
And then I will fire an Eldritch Blast at the one that Tempest shot.
Okay.
Follow it up.
Pew!
19 will hit.
For 14 points.
14.
That'll do it.
Alrighty, it is very unhealthy.
Damn. And then I'll move a little to the right. Right there.
All right. This hobgoblin is going to walk up to Renard and do an attack.
That is fair.
Yeah.
Will miss, actually. As he brings it up, Renard, you kind of lean backward at the last second before this long sword slashes right in front of you and kind of gets stuck in some hedge before he rips it free. He misses.
Is he officially out of the brush now?
Yeah.
Ah, good.
All right. This hellhound is actually going to bound past 23 to get to right here. 15-foot cone. Let me double check with my templates just to make sure I'm not crazy. Yep, get you both. This hellhound is going to breathe in a gout of fire that brushes out in a 15-foot cone. I need Tempest and Trillian to please.
I'm 20 feet in the air. Does that hit me?
You're 15 feet in the air. You're even with the thing, right?
Oh yeah, 15. Sorry.
Yep.
Okay, then yes.
Dexterity saving throws from Cerulean and Tempest. please.
Okay. There it is.
That's a pass.
Mad air twirling.
Whew, whew.
Trillian.
Best ballerina act.
Uh-oh.
Sean.
Yes.
Dex save, bud.
Sorry.
You're Cerulean.
I know I'm Cerulean. I'm sorry. For some reason I didn't hear. That's weird. 14.
Okay. You both take 10 points of fire damage.
Ow.
Not a fan. Not a fan.
Yeah, I can do that now. Oof.
Ooh, that was fancy looking.
I didn't show
I
up
don't
on my
get to use
screen.
that very often because it's laggy.
Yeah, I didn't even show up on my screen.
It was fancy, I
Oh,
promise.
there it goes.
Oof.
Oh, was you just now coming through? Damn.
Yeah, it's one of the Roll20's special effects I think you get if you're Pro Edition.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right, that's his turn. Devastator is now going to here, ready in action. In case he sees anybody. All right, 23.
23 is, I guess, still facing this direction. He's going to feign a punch out as lightning reaches out and zaps that boy.
Okay.
That sweet boy. I need a dex save from him, please.
He will natural 20 out of it.
Still 3. So 1 point of lightning damage then.
All right, he's still alive.
All right. As he's then gonna seeing he's still alive, he's gonna rush up and then come down on with.
All right, the other Hellhound's going to bite you.
Yep.
And we'll hit.
Champ.
5 points of piercing and 11 points of fire.
Ooh. So that's 2 and 11, 13 total.
Woof.
Woof.
He's fine.
I'm fine. I'm a big boy. Oh, not 31 points of damage.
I was like, damn, that hurt.
Okay.
It sucks to be you.
Yeah. All right. Sorry about that. And then I'm going to come down on this one with the greatsword.
Okay.
23.
That'll hit. That'll kill it. I'll tell you right now, it has 1 health left.
Oh, come on. If it would have failed it.
If it would have failed, it would have lost. Yeah, I know.
God damn it.
It is a
Alright.
very, very dead puppy. And as you slash into it, cleaving the head off, its whole body almost slumps before it vanishes from sight. A little puff of smoke and sulfur.
And then
Isn't
23 is
your
good.
storm aura half on a success?
It is.
So if you only have one hit point left.
No, it hit
Oh,
2
sorry.
hit points left.
Okay, fair enough.
And then, yeah.
2 hit
so-
points left. God damn it.
Okay. I was going to say, thank God.
I was
would've been-
confused there, the way that was phrased. I apologize.
I would have been really mad if I was 1 point off from killing it. I would have been really mad.
You see the current boat I'm in. Anyways.
Wow.
And then I'm going to go over here.
He is raging.
Hey, at
Okay.
least it doesn't get a turn now, though, because it was right after me.
That's
Sure.
true. All right. Kevin, there is a very angry hobgoblin monk doing the punchy thing to your front of your face.
The walls of this little gully here, are there a fair amount of rocks and stuff in them?
Yeah, it's lurch dirt, gravel, roots.
I'm gonna look for like a nice fist-sized rock, and I'm gonna cast catapult on it,
Okay.
and I'm gonna have the catapult go like that.
It's a ranged attack. Is it still?
No, it's not an attack roll; it's a dex save.
Is it
Oh.
really?
Yeah. So basically, I'm just gonna like cast catapult, and like a fist-sized rock is just gonna shoot out from the wall of the gully, and if the hobgoblin dodges it, then the hellhound has to make a save, and if the hellhound makes the save, then it just hits the other
She gets
wall.
advantage because she's in patient defense and she natural 20s it. So yeah,
Holy crap, these nat 20s.
they're all over the place.
Everyone.
All right. Yeah, the hellhound will fail that roll.
Okay. So that is gonna be 9 points of bludgeoning, because that's a terrible 3d8. And then I'm just gonna try and give myself some distance here. I'm gonna move to there. She can go ahead and attack me if she wants.
He's not. Roman.
Okay, I will move out from the brush. I'll go for it again. What the hey? So if I shoot down at her, I don't have a disadvantage, right? Because she's technically not in melee with me.
She's 15 feet below you.
Right. All right. So yeah, I'll just come out, produce the orb, and speak the word again, and push the Eldritch Blast down at her.
Okay. 15 just hits.
I should have disadvantage though.
Why?
Why?
He's patient defense.
Oh.
You're right. She's dodging. Silly me. Yep, never mind. That'll miss.
Good call.
Cerulean, it's not really working as much as you showed me before.
Just keep focusing. You'll get it.
All right.
Wait, if he was
Renard.
above her, though.
Reynard is going to do the same grasping motion as he's going to cast Shatter a second time. This time he's going to cast it right here, targeting that Hellhound and that Devastator, or that Infiltrator, whatever the hell she's called. The punchy bitch.
Iron Shadow.
Yes, the punchy bitch.
The punchy bitch. All right. She will pass that save with a 19.
Okay. That's not an advantage, just for reference, because it's a con save, not a dex save.
Yeah, she's only 19.
Okay, fair enough. And I will sculpt that around Tempest so it can't hit him, just as a precaution.
Hellhound will fail.
Bernard just wax Tempest with it.
5 to her.
We haven't gotten along great lately. I can see why it would happen.
Stop following me and this won't happen!
I didn't mean it this time! I did mean it this time!
Blah!
All right.
And then he will move slightly more into the brush, but he's just going to have to deal with the fact this hobgoblin's in his face. He's trying to help everybody else. That's his turn.
Okay. The Iron Shadow is watching all of her quarry go away. She's going to look up to where Renard is and seems to focus her gaze for a brief moment.
Uh-oh.
And she's going to get a slight smile before she'll look towards Kevin. Kevin, I need you to please make a wisdom saving throw at advantage.
It's okay, guys. I have a 0 modifier on these.
That's good.
17's good.
Good thing, because you felt the effects of a charmed person briefly wash over you before you shake it off.
Shake it up.
And she's just gonna scowl.
There's worse things than Charm Person.
Going to use a bonus action for patient defense once more.
Stop being patient with your defense.
So patient. So
Renard is just giving her the dramatic monkey point right now, like, you're next! She just earned an enemy.
Okay.
Tempest.
I'm going to fire a nice little shot at that hobgoblin now that he's out of cover, and he's trying to, the one who's messing with Reynard.
Okay.
Okay.
Bullying him.
Oh, a 16 doesn't hit,
Does
does
not
it?
hit, fortunately.
Son of a bitch.
Well, shit. I'm going to use a little bit more of my movement and hover over here. I'm now about, I'd say 25 feet up.
Okay.
And I'm looking around, just seeing if I see more reinforcements.
Okay.
Just casually.
Renard. I'm sorry, Cerulean.
Okay. I will. Oh God.
Just gonna put a trip attack into that too. Ugh.
Okay. I will move. Oh God. Where do I want to move? Okay, first I'm going to just fire an Eldritch Blast at this stupid Hellhound because it's just being a pain in the ass. Please hit.
Yeah.
I will hit.
For 10.
Okay.
And then I will kind of begin moving closer to Kevin as well. Getting out of its range.
All right.
That'll be my turn.
All right. This hobgoblin is going to take another shot at Renard.
He's
I
gonna
tried,
take as much
Renard.
money.
Will miss. This hellhound is going to turn around and bite 23. And will miss.
Phew. It's a good thing they're
A
missing
lot
everything.
missing.
Well, they used all their hits to hit me.
Coming from around the corner is yet another gently cloth-robed hobgoblin.
I was afraid of that.
Who's going to take a nice, good, long look at somebody who's flying in the air.
Definitely 23.
It's you.
No, I would never.
No.
And she's going to he's going to start muttering the incantations of power before bolts of blue energy start to form, and he is going to fire a upcasted magic missile.
Oh, that can't miss!
4 shots. It's 8, 10, 13 points of force damage as you're... Now, correct me if I'm wrong, levitate is a concentration?
It is concentration.
4 concentration checks, please!
I don't know about mine, though, actually. Hold on.
I'm fairly certain an innate ability still requires concentration.
You just cast the spell. You still have to play the spell as is.
And you're gaining... Okay, yeah, so it is. Okay, so...
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Constitution... Right. Saving throw or just a check?
Saves.
Hey!
You maintain concentration.
That's some good rolling there.
I have... advantage on Constitution saves.
Good thing, too. That would have hurt.
Yeah, 20, 25 feet in the air, that would have been not pleasant.
All right. 23.
23 is going to zap the puppy. If I can find the storm aura.
I would just cast Dispel Magic. Auto fall.
Does it make it?
I'm pulling up his character sheet to find that out.
Okay.
He does.
Dang it. 2 points of lightning damage. All right, and then he's going to swing the great sword down on it as it near its jaw as he runs past. 21.
All right, I'll hit.
For
across its back, as you stab into its spine, it, like the previous one, vanishes from sight.
Doing a cool spin move, he's gonna keep walking towards the shadow.
Okay.
Ready to fuck it up.
Okay. Kevin.
So, spinny, punchy one is doing spins and making it hard to hit, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to shoot at Spelly Roby guy.
He's way over there.
Well, fortunately, I have a musket. I believe he is in crusading distance. Yes, very much so.
He's in Jerusalem distance. It's fine.
Go for it.
It's time for a fucking crusade.
And hopefully he can't cast Blight.
No, but he can cast Shield. He is going to bring up a barrier that crashes against it.
Careful, everyone. He can cast things.
No shit!
All right.
Tempest, you might not want to hang out up there.
All right.
And that'll be my turn.
Roman.
I'll go try and take care of the clothy boy, and I'll run 5, 10. Oh, nope. That's 50 or 10 to there. I'm moving. Stop it.
I'm not touching you.
No, I keep like my finger keeps sliding off my mouse. So 30 to there. Bonus action dash. 5, 10, 15. How steep is this cliff?
Not very at that point.
He's still got a shield up, though.
He does.
He does.
Shields are.
I'll do whatever I need to get the last bit to get on the galley to the valley with him.
All right.
And then I will go ahead and action stab him.
I cast stab.
Action stabs.
Okay.
Sa-sa.
Make your attack roll. 14, unfortunately, does not break his shield.
Darn.
Okay. Reynard.
Reynard is going to give another look at this hobgoblin in front of him and just shake his head. He will snap his thumbs across his fingers like he's striking matches, and he will launch his own magic missile. All 3 of the darts sailing around and aiming for this one.
Okay.
She catches them.
For 9 points of force damage.
Okay. Unfortunately, they cannot be caught. They're not. It's not a ranged weapon attack.
That would be amusing as hell.
Wonder Woman braces them away.
And that will be his turn.
Right. She's actually gonna look up towards the hobgoblin where you are, Renard. Take one step back and vanish, and then reappear in a shadow jaunt into the shadows of the brush.
Oh shit!
They pop up next to
Hold
you.
on. What time is? No, okay. You know what? I've been doing this too much this session. I'm not gonna get anything.
Shadows of the brush. It's got shade around it.
Well, I mean, is she not sitting in the middle of an open chasm with no cover?
She's right next to a 5-foot
Okay.
15 foot.
foot.
isn't it?
Okay.
wall. Yeah.
That's
However, that
like-
is her action. She can bonus action, patient defense. Or should
Patient.
spend another key point for patient defense.
Renard just sighs. All right, I may have deserved this.
Right. Tempest.
I moved that.
Watch out, Cloth Boy.
I got 30. I kind of hate Cloth Boy right now, that's for sure.
Which
Um,
Cloth Boy?
The one that just shot me a lot. I'm going to, still hovering at 25, come over here, 5'10". That does, I would not hit Roman from this angle 25 feet in the air, would I?
You
I'd
hope
have a
not.
clean, well, I mean, I would have like a clean shot. It's not
He
like
does
there's-
have partial cover.
if I come over here,
Should be better, yeah.
yeah, that looks better. So that's 15 feet of movement, and I'm just going to fire. He still has the damn shield up, though.
He does, yes.
I'm not going to shoot him. I'm going to shoot this one that's been pestering Reynard.
What are the chances that all of us miss him?
I've already missed him once.
Well, you know what they say, second time counts for all.
I don't know if they say that.
Nobody
sorry,
says that.
24 on the hobgoblin next to him.
That will
Who
hit.
says that?
And I'm going to throw a trip attack. And actually, hold on a second.
One.
I'm going to use my maneuvering attack instead. So, Reynard, I'm going to let you move up to half your speed without provoking opportunity attacks.
Okay. I will. Oh, that uses my reaction, doesn't it?
It does. Oh,
I would much rather keep my reaction just in case.
I didn't think about that. Yeah, I've already said it, haven't I? So I guess I'm gonna do it. In that case, maneuvering attack plus a d8 on this. So this is gonna be 16 points of damage.
Okay, that's a very dead hobgoblin. As he's
You don't
shot
need
in the
to-
back, and just seems to lurch backward before he slides into the gully.
All right, that's one down. He looks at the road. I don't suppose we could settle this amicably at this point. Surrender's an option.
And I'll descend to forest height.
Okay, so you're
So
15 feet up.
I'm 15 feet. Well, I'm 15 feet up, but I'm on the ground here.
Unless someone pushes you.
Well, that would suck.
I'm gonna start moving back down the goal. Oh, God. This person's gonna be a pain in the ass.
They're in cover.
No, they're at patient defense.
Well, they're in cover and have basic defense.
Are they in cover?
They are a little bit of cover, not
Yeah.
full cover, or not half, not three-quarter cover like they were.
No, she's on the brush area though.
Is there any way I can angle it to not hit Ro?
That'd be difficult.
Just curve your bullets.
Curve your shot.
I'm actually
Yeah.
James. I don't know if you guys knew. I'm actually James McAvoy. So
Shoot this motherfucker.
This motherfucker.
Oh, I forgot that is from that movie, isn't it?
Yeah.
otherwise,
Wanted,
shoot
right?
this motherfucker. Yeah. Very underrated movie. I liked it.
I never watched it.
It's good.
Good.
I didn't change my health on D&D Beyond. I fixed that.
I'm guessing he's got partial cover too.
From Roman, yeah.
Son of a bitch. Okay. I will.
Anything that doesn't take an attack roll?
I mean, I could heal. Yeah, you know what? I'll heal 23. He's right next to me now.
Oh, sweet. Thanks, buddy.
Cure wounds,
healing.
second level. I need healing.
I need healing.
So 15.
Ooh,
Ooh.
Hmm.
that is some
like-
potent healing.
Sauces. I like
Wowie wee wah.
That's one of your 2 spell slots.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. He just places a hand on 23's shoulder quickly and just disperses the radiant energy. He's gonna say, "You good now?"
I'm much better, thank you. I'm going to kill this motherfucker.
Please deal with the dancing one. I'll try to help with the robed one, and I'll go over it. And also, while I'm getting closer, does this one look like the one in the keep, or is it the same one from the keep? Okay. That is my turn.
Uh-oh.
Fireball.
God.
Oh no! You may be right.
I need Cerulean, Roman, and 23 to please make dexterity saving throws.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Oh, maybe it is the same one. Oh, you're doing fine.
They'll all pass. As he starts to pull his hands together, you see lightning forms. He's going to crackle a bolt of lightning down the line. 23 reduced to half. That's 12. I think.
If only I was level 6.
11.5, so 11.
11?
Half of 23 is 11.5.
Better than Firewall.
Yeah, 11 points of lightning damage each.
Ow.
Ugh.
I am not looking great.
Lightning damage?
Yeah, lightning bolt.
Lightning bolt.
Oh.
It was not Fireball.
I thought he cast Fireball.
We all thought that.
Basically, he just did it.
I used the other 3rd level spell. That's
Nope,
crap.
that's fair.
He cast Fireball in a line, and it did lightning damage.
When
I
he
just saw
did
you measuring to here, so assuming that's where you were going to place fireballs. I'm like, okay, no, that makes sense.
When he was looking at us, he was going, no.
I'm sorry, guys. As you can tell, I've been kind of off today. My energy levels are just hitting 0.
Alrighty. 23.
23 is going to go here. Oop, come on, there we go.
Snippy
And
snap.
then, would I be able to get there with all my movement? With an
Okay.
athletic check to climb?
Yeah.
Come on, athletics are good.
Natural 1.
No, don't say
Actually,
that.
got advantage
14.
because he's raging.
Advantage.
Oh, I do.
True.
Don't I? I'm assuming 14's fine, though.
Come on,
Unless
you
you
can
want
do
me.
it.
Is it though?
Come on, come on.
Is it? It's 14.
What?
DC is 14.
Okay. All right.
Roll so nice, he did it twice.
Just like climbing up this thing at like irate speeds and be
I
like,
can just see that Zod climb from Superman. Just
yeah. As I pop up and scream peekaboo as lightning shoots out of my mouth and zaps this bitch.
Scream what?
Peekaboo.
She will make the save.
For 3 points of lightning damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to strike her down with my greatsword, Reckless.
Using the patented White Goodman peekaboo
Wait,
technique.
is she in
It's
patient? Is she in patient defense currently?
It's just straight.
She is.
Okay, so I will normal roll. 17.
17 will hit.
Oh, you got through it. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Bang.
18 points of
Damn!
damage.
That's her health as you bring it up. She looks up at the last second through this sheer horror. You totally get this dead space effect where you slice her right down the middle, where she gets this very stunned look before.
Ooh.
She is dead.
That
You're
was-
welcome or not.
That was brutal.
Yeah, Renard gets sprayed.
She needs some milk.
I don't. What?
Can we just not?
I'd rather. Yeah, agreed.
All right, Kevin.
I will shoot Clothy Magic Man.
Good,
Okay.
good luck with that. With
Don't hit Roman. That does not hit.
I'm rolling such trash tonight.
You took my rolls.
I haven't rolled a single natural ones. I didn't
Take
your
them back.
rolls.
Take them back.
Hey, it's true. I haven't rolled a natural one tonight.
I guess I'll just move.
You just pushed yourself.
Roman.
Knock on wood.
30
Oh.
feet. Yeah, 30 feet forward.
Now I will shuffle since I felt a lightning bolt rip through me and bullets and whatnot going past me. I will shuffle 2 spots over that way. And then I will give him an action stab.
Okay.
Sturb.
Oh my god.
13 does not break his AC.
Bonus action stab.
Sturb.
So that's offhand.
Are you not using your magic rapier?
Technically,
not.
it's the same thing. I have it. It's silvered. I was
You
going to
have,
ask you about
your
that.
silver. You're not using your magic rapier.
Right. I had to ask you about that one before, but yeah. So I'm just using the silvereds for now.
Yeah.
Okay. So
19 will hit.
Do that, and I will sneak attack.
Okay.
Nookatook.
Snookadook.
He gets that name back when it rolls good.
All right.
Right now, just
Reynard.
Okay, Reynard is going to move 30 feet to here. He is, as a bonus action, going to cast Dragon's Breath on himself, which is not going to do anything for me for the moment, but it is going to get me ready for what I'm about to do next. And then he is just going to wield the staff, and he's going to chuck a firebolt at this guy right here.
21 will hit.
7 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And that will be his turn.
All right. Tempest.
5, 10, 15, 20. If I'm here, I'm not technically next to him because I'm 15 feet up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot him from above. Just be like, hello. Let's see. 27.
7 will hit.
I'd hope.
No, fun fact, that just does it for some reason.
Nah.
I'm gonna throw a trip attack in here because I don't trust him not to try and run away.
Would have hit, but he cast shield.
Ooh.
So 18 points of damage. Is he still kicking?
Yep.
Oh well, I can't have that. That's an action surge. 25.
That's an action surge.
You have advantage, so yeah.
I have advantage. Oh, because he's
Tripped him.
well. I would have disadvantage because I'm ranged attack.
No,
You
'cause you're
tripped
above it.
him.
He's
13
prone.
more,
He's prone. That's true.
13 more points of
That's-
damage.
That's 25 either way.
How do you want to do this?
All right. As I come around the side, I'm just gonna, as he's looking at Roman, I'm just gonna arrow to the. You know what? We've had a meme night. Arrow to the knee.
We could have finished clean, man. We could have finished clean.
We could have, but I won't do it. Arrow to the knee, and as he looks up, I'm just gonna be like, kill shot. Right through the skull.
Nice.
You do 13 points of cringe damage.
No, the 10 was the cringe damage. That was the arrow to the knee.
You did cringe damage. It was straight cringe damage.
Okay.
And as he falls over dead, or like knocked to the ground, one more shot, right through his head, he'll fall over, totally out.
Well, that was fun.
And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Woo!
I think Curtis is going, oh, you fuckers just hurry up already.
Sorry,
Probably.
Kurt.
I will recover as many arrows as I can.
Okay.
Investigate the bodies, but we can do that next week.
Yeah, I
Next
just
week.
want
That'll be next week's endeavor. All right, everybody. I hope you all had a wonderful time. I know I certainly did. It was nice to get back into the swing of you guys shooting people in the face.
Yay!
Thank you, Travelers, for joining us for tonight. Don't forget to follow and subscribe to our Twitch channel and to our YouTube. We want the YouTube. We want our own link. We should do that. It's a thing you should do. Our entire schedule is viewable down in the doodly-doo below, and live shows running all the freaking time. Again, I will not be here this Saturday morning, but Mr. Lake here will be here this Saturday evening as he continues to torment people in his evening of Curse of Strahd.
I'm doing a really good job of it.
Indeed you are. Remember that all of our videos are available for free on our YouTube page. Make sure you like and subscribe, please. I am Bethany, and on behalf of myself and all of these
We have a
amazing
Discord.
players,
Last thing, we do have a Discord. We would love for you to join it. It is free for anybody to join. Come in, talk to us, get a feel for how we do things, and maybe one day in the future, you too could be in a game on TT for Theater.
I'm trying to do some Divinity Original Sin too, eventually.
Yes, that is on the agenda. Spoiler alert, but it is something to potentially look forward to in the future.
All right.
I may or may not have come up with that idea and pitched it to Beth, I don't know, like 4 months ago, and she just finally got around to mentioning it.
Look, I have
Oh.
a loading time for something. And
It's
Hell.
on me. I could have just mentioned it back when I had the idea, but no, I tell you everything and I let you pitch the thoughts. I'm lazy, guys.
He
I don't
trusts
apologize
me.
for that.
He trusts me. He really does. And he thinks I won't steal stuff with his ideas.
Oh no, I know you're absolutely going to steal them, but I also know that's how they're going to get used.
Why don't you put it on the PC? Oh, wait, you have a hamster wheel for a PC.
Such friends.
All right, everybody. I hope to see you all next week, and good night.
Cheers.
Right.
Guten Tag, everyone.
Shoot.